Hey everybody, welcome back to another brand new episode of Face Off Friday. Except it's not Friday because yesterday we went to a Pirates game and I was expecting to be back maybe by like 9:30 or something like that, but there was a rain delay and everything. The game was delayed like an hour and a half. So we didn't get back to like midnight. So I just moved it back to tonight. So we can still do our Face Off Friday or our Find the Auto Friday events. We can do some breaks. We can do whatever you want. I might go and just do some sales of boxes or packs. I may even go and run downstairs and grab one of my big 5,000 count boxes and start selling some cards that way. As the next basement blowout sale, I'm kind of targeting, I think, mid-June for that. But we've got a bunch of stuff for you, as always. I figured we'd start out with a break, because I like breaks a lot. Fresh back from PNC Park tonight. So that's why the 9 p.m. start time. I would like to start at like 5 or 6 p.m., so we can have a full like 5 or 6 hours. But we went to the Pirates and Phillies game again tonight, and the Pirates won again. My son is 2-0 in games that he's attended now. It's pretty awesome. And afterwards, we went to Texas Roadhouse because we got a free appetizer with our ticket, and it ended up being fried pickles or bloomin' onions were our two choices. And there, we got fried pickles, and they were gross, so if you didn't like them. But anyway, thank you very much for joining us. Let's go ahead and get started. We got a break for you right here. And as you know, we'll start off with this one and we'll let you pick what we do after this. If you want to do a Find the Auto, if you want to do a sale of something, you can literally pick the next box that we do after this. But we've got a 2025 Bowman Hobby Box with a guaranteed auto, 2 autographs in the Archives box from 2024, along with all those good 2024 rookies. And then we've got 2 of the brand new Mega Boxes from Bowman in this first round. So the way it'll work is I'm going to go ahead and start the first auction. It'll be running at the bottom of your screen. And I title them Lot 1, Lot 2, Lot 3, all the way up to like Lot 500. We never get that far. Usually we get as far as Lot 200 to 300. And that is basically just your order number so that I can get everything shipped out to you ASAP. So we're ready to go. Here's your very first spin of the night. You're going to get, if you win this one, you'll get a spin. You'll land on a team. You'll get every single card from that team. Every base card, every paper card. Every single card with that team goes to you. So first one's live right now. When are you going to do the team break, says Brian By. This is a team break right now. Are you talking about the Patreon team break? That one is still not filled, and we might, I don't know, we might do that tonight, actually. I might go ahead and, if I feel like bringing in everybody, we can maybe just run it tonight. It's kind of stalled out, about half filled. And we could always just sell the remaining spots here on Whatnot in quick fashion and run with it, if that's what you're talking about. And Paul Skeens is pitching tomorrow. Thinking about going back tomorrow. I doubt it, because that would be three days in a row. That'd be a lot of, it's a bit much, because we do live an hour from Pittsburgh. First one's going to Todd. Todd's going to start things off with the Arizona Diamondbacks. So Todd, good luck to you. Next one's live right now. Take the D-backs off the wheel. That American League West is looking wide open. Diamondbacks currently 6 games back. Coming into today, the Dodgers only a half game up on the Padres. So that's one to watch. Who would have thought that the best team in baseball would be the Tigers right now? JK, we've got everything you see on the screen. So it's a Bowman Hobby Box with a guaranteed auto, 2025. We've got 2024 Archives with 2 autos, and we've got 2 Mega Boxes. 4 total boxes, all card ship. So whatever team you get, all card ship. For example, here's the second one. Second one going to Plez, and Plez has the spin, and he's going to land upon the Mets. He'll get every single Mets card. So looking, your best rookie in that would be probably Luis Angel Acuna. So good luck. Number 3 is live right now. Was I able to pick up any Cagliones from Tops Now? I actually forgot to look. No, I didn't even look. Jack Caglione first would have been a good one, or his call-up card. I completely blanked on that. Big whiff. Jerry with the next one. Thanks, Jerry. Next one up, you are going to get the Brew Crew. So Milwaukee Brewers going to Jerry. Good luck, Jerry. Next, number 4 is up for grabs. First hit with possible auto. I wish I would have seen that. I've just been kind of busy, and I forgot to even look on Tops Now. But the next one's live. spin number 4. Caglione, I've been following him a little bit. He was hitting like 077. I think he's like 1 for his first 11. I haven't seen what he's done in the last 2 days, but he'll come around. Steve Z's in the house. What's up, man? Good to see you. Hopefully you've had a good weekend. We've had a busy weekend here, going to games at PNC Park, and it's been fun. Got 2 game balls yesterday. The end of, I think, the second inning, Kyle Schwarber struck out, and got that ball via Jared Triolo. He flipped it up over the big net, right into my glove. And then there's the Royals going to Kevin. Number 5 is live right now. There it goes. And then, I put my glove away. I wasn't going to try for another ball after that. One's enough for my son. But Sophia wanted to catch her own ball. So I handed my glove to Sophia. And then that's when mayhem broke out. And we had this biker family get real mad at me and offer fighting words to me. And all I did, it's a pretty weird story. And it also has a twist to the story as well. It's a good twist. So this fat guy with the beard and all these tats, Sophia's trying for the ball. Alexander Canario ends up with a third out ball. So it's a fly out to the outfield, and I think Canario catches it, and he's running into the dugout, and he looks right at Sophia and tosses her the ball. Now, we're probably like equivalent to maybe like, I don't know, we're row F of the section, which would be equivalent to maybe like, I don't know, 20 rows deep, because there's a little section in front of that. But we got the Crumb taking the Strohs off the board. Next one, number 6, is live right now. We've got the Bowman Hobby Box. We've got the Archives Hobby Box from 2024. We've got 2 mega boxes. But anyway, next one's live. And so Canario was a little off the mark with Sophia, and it ended up like actually going right above my head into the aisle, and it was bouncing around a little bit. I was seated the entire time with my son on my lap. I was kind of like crouched over him, protecting him, because I want to protect his head and everything. So I was seated with, crouched over, and there's this big ruckus around me. And wouldn't you know that the ball ended up somehow, 1 in 1,000 chance, it ended up under my foot. So I had my, like, how you sit, like I was up on the toes, up on the toes of my foot, and the ball of my foot was up in the air, sitting like that, kind of crouched over, protecting him, and the ball rolled, and it rolled right under my foot. And so I picked it up and handed it to my wife, and she was happy about that. And, obviously she'd rather have her own ball, but that's pretty cool, right? Well, the biker gang across the way didn't like that, and they started yelling at me. Number 7's up for grabs because they wanted me to give it to their teenage sons. There's 3 of them, and they were so annoying. They were going for high fives, and then they'd pull back. Like an usher would walk by, they'd put up for a high five, then they'd pull their hand back. And then they were blowing bubbles. Like, these kids were super annoying. Like, man, super, super obnoxious. But anyway, like, I was like, what are you talking about? I gave both balls away. I don't have any baseballs on me right now. I gave them both away. And then I wish I would have said, if you want to give a ball away, you catch one, because it was kind of funny. The very next inning, Slick Rick has this next one. The big fat biker guy that was yelling at me. There's number 8 up for grabs. Tattoos all over his arm, trying to be a tough guy. Number 8's live right now. Well, the very next inning, the third out ball comes up over the net, and he catches it. And you know what he does with it? He starts taking pictures of it, and then he puts it in his pocket, and he ended up leaving with the ball. So he talks a big game, but he wouldn't give the ball away himself. I thought that was... I thought about saying something like, hey, you're a hypocrite. But, yeah. The teenagers that were with him, I don't think they were his kids. They were like, I don't know, some sort of acquaintance in some way. But I just found that kind of funny. Yeah, piece of garbage. I thought I would see him there again today, potentially, because we had the exact same seats. But no. I kind of wish I would have said something, but then it could have potentially, I don't know, started an argument or fight or whatever. And, I had a little baby on my lap, 2-week-old baby. Plez has the Mariners up for grabs. Here's number 9, going live right now. Number 9 up for grabs. Yeah, all I was going to say was just, hey, going to give that ball away? But I just kept my mouth shut. Everybody else around me was super cool. They're coming up and looking at Jackson and asking how old he was and saying how cute he was and all this other stuff. And actually, my YouTube video today, I actually like described that all in detail, but then I decided to cut it out. I just cut that part. Figured no need to go into that any further. We've got the Yankees coming off the board right now. Number 9, going to Kevin. Is he wearing Pirates gear? He was a Pirates fan. Yeah, they were Pirates fans. Number 10 is up for grabs. Live right now. They were Pirates fans, but they left after the 7th inning stretch. So, I don't know. It's a great game, too. Pirates beating the Phillies. The Pirates have now put a winning streak together of 2. If we win tomorrow, we'll have 3, and it'll be our first sweep of the year. And Paul Skeens is pitching. Catching the Phillies at a good time. The Phillies have lost 8 of 9. The Phillies are a great team. If you love the Phillies, I'm sorry that this is happening to you, but all teams go through this throughout the season. Pirates have been terrible the entire year. And it's just kind of nice that now that my son's born and going to his first game, he's getting some wins. So I can tell him, hey, guess what? Pirates won the first 2 games you're at. Who knows? Maybe they'll win the 3rd one. I think we're going to another game against Texas at the end of the month. We got the Guardians. Cleveland's coming off the board to Plez. So Plez, good luck with the Guardians. For Travis Bazana, here's number 11 up for grabs next. RJ says, I love the Phillies, but Skeens is going to dominate for the sweep. Yeah, the Phillies are without Bryce Harper. They did call up Otto Kemp today. It's a big addition. Otto Kemp, he made his Major League debut today, so I got to see that. That was kind of cool. I was like, why are all these Phillies fans going crazy for this Otto Kemp guy? And then I looked up the stats. Never played before. So that was kind of nice. I don't think he did anything, but so cool to see him MLB debut. And you know what I wish I would have done? I wish I would have zoomed in on him. I forgot to do it at the time, but I should have zoomed in on his jersey and see if I could have seen the patch, the rookie patch that'll be cut out and put into chrome. I didn't even think to do that at the time. He was playing third base, which is right in front of me. I could have checked that out. We got the Cardinals going to Sean. Thanks, Sean. Here's number 12 going live right now. Did that guy have a first Bowman card? I don't recognize the name Otto Kemp at all. I've never heard that name. He was I think he was like an undrafted free agent. Otto Kemp Bowman. I don't think. It looks like he just has a minor league choice card. So he'll probably have a first Bowman card now, maybe in chrome, which would be kind of that's kind of interesting. Maybe he gets a rookie card before he gets a first Bowman card. They'll probably hold him back, maybe put his rookie card. Maybe, who knows, in next year's Bowman. Got the Phillies coming off the board right now, number 12. Speaking of the Phillies, they completely took over the stadium. I would say that 70% of the fans are Phillies fans, especially today. Man, they really travel well. Here's number 13 up for grabs. Steve Kemp. Is that really Steve Kemp's son, the former presidential candidate? That'd be pretty crazy. WT Times in the house says, hope everyone's well. It's 75 down there in Bermuda. That's awesome, man. It was 77 at the ball game today. Beautiful day. Absolutely gorgeous day. No rain or anything. I think maybe it rained this morning, but we got the next one. We got the Rockies. Yeah, everyone in like Center PA, like around Penn State. That's where things start to blend together, and you get a mixture. And a lot of the folks up in Center County and around Penn State, a lot of those guys are Phillies fans, and they'll make the 2.5-hour drive. Next one's live. Number 14 is live right now. Mick says it was 90 down there in Texas in the 90s. That's hot. Yep, those days will be here soon. It was almost too hot for my son today. Sophia kept taking him up to the concourse every couple innings and just trying to cool him off. I mean, it wasn't like super sunny. It was pretty overcast, but I don't know. He's a sweaty little guy. He gets sweaty real quick. John's got the Nats. Thanks, John. John Nesbitt with the Nationals. We'll see what we can do for you with Dylan Cruz and James Wood. Here's number 15 going live next in this first round. And then we'll let you pick. We're wide open for whatever you want to do tonight. It can be Find the Auto. It can be personal boxes. It can be sealed boxes. It can be sealed packs. Doesn't matter. Just making up for yesterday's show because I was going to do a show yesterday, but I canceled it. Better going now than at like midnight on Friday night. Good to see you too, man. Hope you're having a good Saturday night. Got John with this next one. John at number 15. I was going to do a Saturday Showdown tonight, but I figured we'll probably just hold off on that. Last Saturday Showdown was, I don't know, it was only like a 20-minute one. It was a quick one. So I think I'll just wait for Series 2 to come out. Got the Dodgers going to John. Good luck, John. Here's number 16 up for grabs right now. Number 16, we still have the Pirates out there with Paul Skeens, who's pitching tomorrow. Padres are out there with Jack Samiro. The A's are out there with Jacob Wilson, still battling for that batting title. We've got the Reds out there with Ellie De La Cruz. Rangers with Wyatt Langford. Tigers are decent with Kevin McGonigal and so on. Johns and Jackson Joe. Number 16, Tigers are the best team in freaking baseball. Most wins, best winning percentage. John with the Buccos. Man, I really want to go see the game tomorrow now. I was kind of hoping that Paul Skeens would be pitching against the Marlins. I think it's the next series. The tickets would be a lot cheaper. How about Friday's tickets? I got them for $1 a piece, by the way. Here's number 17 up for grabs. Number 17 is live right now. For all intents and purposes, I actually paid $6 a piece, but they had $5 in loaded value on it, so we used the $5 to go buy some concessions. It was on Game Time. Not sponsored, hashtag not sponsored, but one of the Game Time app, and they had $6 is the cheapest you can possibly go because the people set it at $1 and there was $5 of fees added in. And then when I got the tickets, I was like, wow, it says $5 loaded value on these. That means we paid like $1 if we use this $5 because I was going to get peanuts anyway. We've got the Reds at number 17 going to John, looking for Ellie De La Cruz. John, a couple good ones there. The Pirates and Reds. Here's number 18 up for grabs. Fitzy's in the house, so is Big Dave. Welcome, welcome. Speaking of the Reds, I think the Savannah Bananas are going to be playing at Great American Ballpark very soon. It was a bag of, it was the regular peanuts and the shells you got to break open. I always make a big mess when I get those at the ball game. All the little shards end up all over me and all over the floor. We've got the Padres. San Diego is off the board going to Without a Trace. It's a good team right there. So Without a Trace, good luck to you. Next one up, number 19 is live right now. I think next Sunday it's Father's Day, isn't it? We'll have the $500 giveaway for a Father's Day Blue. On Father's Day, we'll be putting in a whole bunch of different boxes and doing a bunch of rounds. And it seems like keep finding Mother's Day and Father's Day since Mother's Day when we had the last search. No matter what happens, we'll give it away too. So all you have to do is be here and buy something. Has JJ come up with a Father's Day gift? I don't know. Sophia asked, what do you want for Father's Day? And I was like, I don't know. I'm not a very easy person to buy for because I don't really ever have any requests. I usually tell Sophia when she's like, what can I get you? I'm just like, just get me clothes or something that you'd like to see me in. Because I can always use new clothes. Because like most of my wardrobe is baseball clothes. Like pirate shirts and stuff like that. Here's number 20 up for grabs. So I would say out of the last 5 years, most of the gifts that I have gotten have been clothes. Like most of my wardrobe that's actually decent and nice clothes have been gifts. Yeah, that's what I tell her. I don't know. We've got Ross with this next one. And it's going to be the Texas Rangers. Texas is off the board going to Ross. Good luck, Ross. This coming week, we've got the Series 2 release. We're doing 3 consecutive shows, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with all Series 2. I'll be mixing in other boxes, of course, but there'll be a Series 2 anchor and probably in every round. Here's number 21 up for grabs next. Whether it be a jumbo box or a hobby box, maybe even get some blasters and mega boxes in there. But that'll be the next big release. There hasn't been many 2025 releases. It's been a slow rollout this year. If you think about the releases, we had flagship tops. We had Tribute, we had Chrome Black, we had Heritage, and we have Bowman. What is that, 5 releases? That's not a lot at all. There's the Marlins. Miami going to Post Glacial. Good luck to you. Here's number 22 up for grabs. Live right now. Chillin says, my Series 2 is supposed to arrive on freaking Monday? I'm jealous. Heck, if I get a Monday, I'll break it on Monday because everybody else will be. Usually, like in the past, that was kind of frowned upon, but now everyone does it. So I am going to be busy Monday. I've got a doubleheader basketball game again with a stupid layover in between. My daughter's in this basketball league. It's nice when the games are back to back because we can get out of there in 2 hours. But when there's a layover, so to speak, I'm going to be sitting around, and the building they're in has no service. It's got private Wi-Fi, and it's built like a nuclear bunker, so no cell service gets in or out of there. Here's number 23 is up for grabs. Only about 8 teams left, and we can start breaking. And then, so yeah, they'll play the first game, and then I have to sit around, and 2 other random teams will play, and then we have to sit there, and then they can play again. So I think there's like an hour in between games. I'll probably just maybe go out and grab something to eat, but I think she has to stay with her team. And she also has to be there like a half an hour ahead of time before the game starts. So we'll probably be there for like 4 hours on Monday. But if Series 2 comes in, as soon as I get back at like 9 o'clock, I'll start ripping Series 2 for you. We got Kevin with the Tigers. Good luck with Detroit. Here's number 24 up for grabs right now. The Ovechkin pucks, I can do them whenever you want. I'll put a poll up, and I can even do one right now if you'd like. Well, how about after this break? I'll put one up there. John Nesbitt. Yeah, those pucks, you can sell them for like $500 or more. So, heck, I just wanted to, I just thought that maybe that's something that people would like, because I don't know if, there's only 895 of them made. And I actually got reached out, on the special line by my Tops rep. And he said, hey, I can get these for you for 300. So, figured, heck, I'll just be straight up with you. I'll tell you this is what I paid for them, and I'm not going to try to, start them off at $600 or whatever they sell for. If you can get them for my cost, that's great. I'll help you out. Here's number 25, and I don't care if you go and put them on eBay and make $100 off them or whatever. Just figured it might be nice, something different. Pablo says Tigers got rocked by the Cubs today. I think the Cubs are tied for the best record in the National League. They've been really good. Man. Anyway, I was sitting at Texas Roadhouse tonight after the Pirates game, and I was watching the Savannah Bananas on TV. Like, it was on ESPN. And I got to tell you, I don't see it being long-term. I lost interest after like 5 or 10 minutes. I was like, okay, how much dancing and everything can you take? I feel like this may be a bad take. People might not like it. I feel like the Savannah Bananas are awesome for 10-second clips and bites like that, but it'll never, ever, ever stack up against Major League Baseball. Here's number 26 up for grabs. Never. I would have been much more interested if it was 2 random teams. If it was like the Cubs and Tigers playing, I would have been more interested. But I was like, okay. The dancing was kind of funny, but then like, it's like every at bat we're doing that. The trick plays were kind of cool. Like, how many different out calls can the first base umpire do? It's going to get old, I think, after a little while. I can understand the interest right now because it's never been done before, and it felt kind of gimmicky to me. And a lot of people love the Savannah Bananas, so it's probably a not popular take. I feel like Goose Gossage here, being all critical. Here's number 27 up for grabs. They're shotgunning beers now, says W. Moke. Yeah, here's the thing, though, why Savannah Bananas will never compete with MLB. MLB plays 162 games a year. Savannah Bananas play what? Like, they have like, I don't know, 20 games, 40 games maybe, and that's it, 40 total games. Take 162 games times 15, that's 2,430 games a year. Imagine the Savannah Bananas playing 2,430 games a year. There'd be like 50 people at each game. And then like the guys pitching from second base, I'm like, wait, why is this guy pitching from second base? I was like, okay. Plez has the Angels, and I think, after a few games it's going to get old. Like, okay, that's cool. I'll watch something else, like the Harlem Globetrotters. They're good for 1 game a year, basically, around here. They come, I think, the day after Christmas, and they'll sell out. But if the Harlem Globetrotters, had an 81-game season, nobody would go to watch. Here's number 28 up for grabs. There's 3 teams left. definitely built for TikTok and the 10-second people with 10-second attention spans. And that's the first time I ever thought that. I always thought the Savannah Bananas were kind of interesting before because I only ever saw 10-second clips that pop up on, X or, Facebook or whatever. But, sitting there for like an hour at dinner, I found myself a lot of times not even really watching anymore, just focusing on my wife, my son, and eating my 2 bags of peanuts. NH coins with this next one. You've got the Red Sox. Good luck. Hey, that might be your team. New Hampshire, I'm guessing. Here's number 29 up for grabs. The Giants and Braves, the last 2 teams. Yeah, they're a bunch of college players. Like, they definitely played baseball before, so a bunch of ex-college players or, guys that maybe couldn't hack in the minors. They can play baseball. Like, they can play ball. But, I mean, like, who cares who wins? And it's a bunch of like no names. You might as well just. I don't know any of the players. That's why baseball will always be king because you always have Shohei Ohtani's and Aaron Judge's and even like going and watching the Phillies. We get to watch Kyle Schwarber and Trey Turner. Guys have been watching for years. Next we've got the Braves at number 29 going to Plez. Good luck with the Braves. And the very last team, we have a 100% chance of the Giants, and they're live right now. The percent of people who make it the MLB very, very low, extremely low. Out of the minor, I think is it 1 out of 9 minor league players make it to MLB, something like that. And even to be a minor leaguer, to even be drafted, it's not easy. The draft isn't even as deep as it used to be. Like back in the 90s, the draft was like 40, 50, even 60 rounds. Mike Piazza was a 62nd round pick. But now, like, I don't even think the draft is even like 20 some rounds anymore. Because most of those guys will just end up getting released after a year or two anyway. Even some of the big prospects end up getting released. The guys that get first Bowman cards and people are excited about them. Guys like, Elijah Tatis and stuff like that. Got the Giants off the board. They're going out to Jerry. Thank you very much, Jerry. TBT Time says their act is awful. I never actually watched an entire, game. Like it just... For long form content, it's just not the same. It's not as good as MLB, I don't think. All right, let's do it. We'll start off with some archives here. But man, they were playing some college football stadium, probably seating 80 or 90,000, and it was completely sold out. Completely sold out. Their tickets are cheap though, so I think their tickets were $20 a piece. So that helps a lot. I don't know how much of the Savannah Bananas is a mirage. I've never seen any baseball fan wearing a Savannah Bananas hat or shirt. I just don't know. I had wanted to go to see them. Honestly, I think they actually come to Pittsburgh, and I was thinking about maybe seeing if I could get tickets on the secondary market. But I'd rather go see Paul Skeens pitch, or just a regular Pirates game. I think if the kids were there, if I had all the kids, I think they would kind of find it funny. I think they would be really interested in it. All right, so there's going to be 2 autographs in here. There's a Jason Dominguez new breed card. And there's our first one, Sean Green for the Dodgers. He had some good seasons, 30, I think even a 40 or maybe 2 40 home run seasons in there. Sean Green, Ellie De La Cruz is in there as well. There's Jackson Chorio. Corey Seager right there. Got Tarek Skubal and Gunnar Henderson from the Orioles, which I think the Orioles have the second biggest drop in MLB attendance this year, in average MLB attendance, and deservedly so. First, and maybe it's third. I think it's actually first is the Tampa Bay Rays, but you shouldn't count that against them because they're playing in a minor league stadium. Second is, surprisingly enough, the St. Louis Cardinals. They have like a 20-something% drop in their average attendance over the exact same time last year. Third, I believe, is the Orioles, and fourth is the Pirates. I think both the Orioles and the Pirates are down about 12% from where they were at this exact time last year. Makes sense. I mean, the weather hasn't been that great in the Northeast, and the Orioles and Pirates both have played very poorly this year. I was looking at that graphic today. I think that the stats are always interesting. I was really surprised. The Oakland A's are up 35%, and they're playing in a minor league stadium. That's how bad it was in Oakland. I think they only averaged 6,000 fans last year. At this point, June 7th, they were averaging 6,000 fans in a major league stadium. No wonder why they moved. That's so sad. I can't believe the Oakland A's are no longer in Oakland. My entire life grew up with the Oakland A's. When I first started getting into baseball cards, the Oakland A's were a powerhouse with Jose Canseco, Dave Stewart, Mark McGwire, Terry Steinbach, Dennis Eckersley, all those guys, World Series champions and everything. And now they're just out in the wild looking for a home. Eventually will settle down in Las Vegas. Here's the next stack. Sean Green already found. We're due for another autograph, though. There's Aaron Judge. We've got Ellie De La Cruz. That's a great hit right there. Look at this. Ellie De La Cruz. It's a red. Now, you would think that's out of 5, but it's actually out of 50. A red Ellie De La Cruz, numbered on the back, 18 out of 50 right there. That's a good card right there. Ellie De La Cruz. Hasn't been particularly great this year. I'd say he's been above average, slightly above average. Tarek Skubal's been really great. But still a nice hit right there. And it is a team color match. Even better for the Cincinnati Reds. This Reese Hoskins is a foil. It'll be number 2 out of 299. Dominguez right there. Trying his best to win the Rookie of the Year this year. I don't think it's going to happen for him. I think that Jacob Wilson all but has that locked up already. Carney Lansford, the old third baseman. I remember him. Yes, indeed. Mike Gallego. Dave Henderson. Just name Bob Welch. Name off random Oakland A's from the 89 team. Let's get this Ellie in a top loader for John. That's a good hit, John. You got Tejada. Yeah, he was like, what was he, like 03? That was from like the Tejada and Giambi days, and Zito, Mulder, Hudson. I think eventually Isringhoff ended up on the Oakland A's. Good old Walt Weiss with the gold cup. I remember that. Chris Bermanism, Tejada to come, Tejada they come, Tejada the fall. I can't even say it. There's another autograph coming in here. And who could forget Ricky Henderson? Naming all these random A's from like the late 80s. Ricky Henderson. There's Jackson Holiday right there. And how about a Jackson Holiday rookie auto? New breed on card for the Baltimore Orioles. That's a great hit right there. Going out to Chris. Very nice, Chris. This box has been really good. Got the red Ellie De La Cruz to 50 rookie, and now a Jackson Holiday. We'll take that. Very, very nice. A super sweet hit right there. Get that top loaded up for you. Jackson Holiday's been playing decently enough. You know, overall, the Orioles have not been good. They've been a disappointment. But he's been slightly above average. I'm going to put a poll up for what you want us to do next, by the way. And then we can do whatever you want. If you want to do Find the Auto, I know people love the Aaron Judge rookie search. So we got 2017 Update Jumbo. We could also do Find the Auto with 2024 Update Jumbos because people love those boxes as well. We could do a team break with 2025. Let's put. I'm going to abbreviate as TB. That means team break because I don't have a lot of characters to work with. 25 Bowman Jumbo with 3 autos. Or we could do a team break with 25 Chrome Black. We'll let you pick what you want to do next. And I'm going to probably offer up one of the pucks here after this one too, because I said I'd sell all those pucks tonight at cost. I'll literally break it down for you and everything. So there's Zach Geloff right there. Dominguez, that is a photo variation Dominguez, by the way. So photo variation rookie there for the Yankees. Junior Caminero right there. I haven't been following Caminero at all. Corbin Carroll's a good one right there. He's been a good bounce back guy. If you invested in Corbin Carroll when he was at his low levels of value, good job. Great foresight right there, because he's been really good. All right, so coming up next, let's get into the Bowmans. We'll start off with the Mega Box first. We've got actually 2 Mega Boxes here. Let's see what we've got. Got those pucks tonight as well. Tomorrow we'll be back to our last breaks before Series 2. James Wood rookie cards on the back of this one. All right, let's see what we've got the rest of the way here with the Bowman Megas. The good stuff's at the bottom. That's where your numbered cards will be, if there are any, and autographs. In these cold packs, again, you can maybe find a red rookie redemption. James Wood was the best card amongst those. And now here's the quote-unquote good stuff. There's Juan Soto. Last time I checked, hitting in the 230s. Dylan Cruz, we got one. George Lombard Jr. That's a great hit right there. George Lombard. People were going crazy over him in spring training. Everybody wanted his cards. He's one of the biggest risers in spring training in terms of values. You know, Yankees fans saw what he can do and saw him as part of the future. I think he might eventually end up being a long-term third baseman. I think he's a shortstop now, but I'll have to probably move with Volpe there. But George Lombard, that's a fantastic hit right there for the Yankees. Congratulations to Kevin. John says he's still hot in the minors even right now. Yeah, he's young too. I think he's only like 19. Let me get that one top loaded up. This has been a good round. George Lombard from the Mega Box. John says they're talking about him coming up soon. That's great news. I actually heard someone, I don't know if this is true or not, but someone was talking about the Yankees being interested in Ke'Bryan Hayes to play a little third base for them. Ke'Bryan Hayes plays great defense, but man, he cannot hit at all. George Lombard currently is in Double-A ball, and he's hitting 193. But that's in 26 games, so he's I don't think he's close. However, at Single-A, High-A ball, he did hit 329 with a 983 OPS, so he tore apart Single-A ball. He's been up at Double-A Somerset for about a month or so, 26 games, and he's hitting 193. So he's in a slump right now, but he did start out really hot. He just turned 20 years old, though, so let's cut him some slack. Any personal interest in Connor Griffin? I can't wait for Connor Griffin. Yeah, Connor Griffin is, I think he's like 18 or 19. He's still a ways away. He's an A-ball down in Bradenton right now, but I always see the highlights, being in Pittsburgh. His highlights pop up, and he does have a lot of pop for just being a young kid. Just turned 19 years old, 44 days, and currently he's got a 911 OPS in A-ball. 8 home runs. That's pretty good. A lot of these guys, when they're teenagers, their power doesn't arrive until, they get their big man muscles fill out. And 8 home runs in A-ball in 48 games is pretty solid. Sometimes these big home run hitters, they pop off 30, 40 homers in the majors. You go back, you look at their minor league stats, and the power wasn't quite there yet. Let's see what we can do with this other Mega Box. There's Roki Sasaki. Charlie Condon is in there as well. J.J. Weatherholt. Some good names, some good prospects. Here comes the best stuff, though. It's the Mojos. Jack Caglione right there. In the big leagues now, we've got Cooper Pratt, numbered to 250 on the purple. And Mookie Betts, Tarek Skubal with Rhett Lauder and Gunner. Got one box left. It's the main box of this next round. It's the Bowman Hobby Box, which will give you the guaranteed auto, guaranteed red rookie redemption as well. And then I'll sell one of the pucks for you. And it's a good investment item if you like sports, if you like hockey. Man, if I had the chance to buy, like I think I said this in my video, if I had the chance to buy an official Fanatics issued Barry Bonds baseball signed by him after he hit his 762nd, I guess it would have been 756th home run, because this is his his record goal. So Bonds would be 756 after breaking Aaron's record. But if they would have had him sign 756 baseballs and number every single one, I would have bought him for sure. $300 a pop. I mean, Bonds autos, like his 1990 Topps auto from Series 1 goes for about $1,000. So that would have been... I wish they would have done that. All right, here we go. It's Bowman time. This is the last box of round number 1. See what we can find. I'm going to try to maybe get a better view for the YouTube folks as their feed is a little bit off-centered. That's a little bit better. Got this weird clamp that I need to replace. Autograph will be coming up sometime. It's Cam Smith. We got Cobb Hightower on the X Fractor. And here comes something. I see some 2 parallels. I see is it 3 in a row? Look at this. We have 3 consecutive parallels. We got a Cam Smith, number to 150. Man, imagine getting this pack at the hobby shop. We got Kobe Mayo. It's the mini diamond number to 150. 3 consecutive numbered cards, and the autograph is Kevin Castillo on the orange shimmer number to 25. 3 numbered cards in 1 pack, all back to back to back. Man, that would have been the best pack ever. There's Roki Sasaki. Imagine getting like all the numbered cards in the whole box in 1 pack. That's man. That's why you should never buy loose packs, because what if somebody does do that? Somebody at the local card shop pulls an autograph and the owner sees that. He's like, all right. Just sell the rest of these on eBay. That was a hot pack for sure. Congratulations to the Angels and to the Baltimore Orioles, and also the owner of that, Cam Smith, the Houston Astros. Cam Smith's a good one. He's a rookie this year. You'll see him in... I guess we'll see him in Series 2. Will we see him in Series 2? Or is he an update? I think he might be in Series 2 as a short print. I got to double check myself and see. I think it's Cam Smith, Matt Shaw, and who else? Christian Campbell's the rookies that are short printed in Series 2. But I actually haven't had a chance to sit down and look at that checklist yet. Got to get that done soon. Got to start doing my research, as Series 2 is now just days away. Could be 2 days away if I can get them on Monday. Somebody said earlier their pre-order stuff's coming Monday. There's not a creepy clown in my house, by the way. It's my dog playing with this squeaker toy. Man, that might be taken away from him soon. One of my son's least favorite things in the whole world are creepy clowns. My older son, EJ, he hates those so bad. When we go to the Halloween Fright Fest, he never wants to go because of those clowns. There's Rafael Flores. Red Rookie Redemption of John Kenzie Noel, a.k.a. Big Christmas. And JJ Weatherholt. So I think my dog is purposely trying to get me to come and come into the room. I'm gonna have to go take that off him, otherwise we'll be hearing that all night. We got 1 stack left, and that looks like it's gonna be, it's real close between Chrome Black and Find the Auto with the update. Real close. started to get my single show together. I'm going to just start doing some single shows on Whatnot where I sell single cards. Starting to pull the white boxes off the shelf and go through all the Mystery Box Monday and all the mail openings I've done over the years and pull out some stuff people might be interested in grabbing. Probably start them all off at like $1 a piece. So you can get some good cards for cheap. Something else I wanted to do this summer is get a couple single shows going. There's Jacob Wilson, Greatness Loading. Huss Richard says, really appreciate your content. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I thank you for watching. There's Leo DeVries. That's a great card right there. It's the Bowman foil. John says basement blowout. The basement's about half empty, but I keep getting more stuff because there's cards all over the house, and eventually I take them downstairs, and then the basement gets even more messier. I got a bunch of stuff in my garage. Sometimes the FedEx man will deliver to my garage, and I'll just put the cases in my garage, and they'll just be there for a while. Right now, I think there's a bunch of Heritage still out there that I haven't gotten around to. But that wraps up this round. I think the next basement blowout sale will likely be maybe next weekend. Potentially. Got to see what we're doing. I don't know if Sophia has any special surprises for me for Father's Day. It's Father's Day weekend, so I don't know. We'll see. So coming up next, let's take a look at the results. People want the Chrome Black. 21 votes, narrowly beating 2017 update and the Judge Rookie Hunt. Let's get Chrome Black then. Let me see, where did I put my Chrome Black case? So with Chrome Black, I like to double it up. Last time we did Chrome Black, we pulled a Griff, or not Griffey. Maybe we'll have a Griffey out of these. We pulled a Cal Ripken Jr. to 50. But we've got 2 Chrome Black boxes right there from 2025. Those are almost $300 a piece. We're also going to give you a mega box of Heritage in here. It's the 2025 Heritage mega box to get those team bags filled up a little bit more. And we'll also go with a mega box of Bowman. So 4 boxes, headlined by the big Chrome Black box. I almost went to Dick's Sporting Goods today too, by the way. So close. We just ran out of time. We went to drop Sophia's engagement and wedding ring off because they needed resized because she lost like 50 pounds when she was pregnant. And the rings just slid right off her fingers. So she had to have them resized down. Be made smaller. And now they don't fit anymore because she's, she had the baby. She's gained the weight back. But she got the rings resized. I was like, maybe we can go to Dick's. But then there was just no time. We would have missed a bunch of the ball games today. As it was, we still got there like the end of the first inning. I missed Kyle Schwarber's home run because we were just a little bit late. All right, here comes the wheel for the next round. Our second round, Chrome Black. We got 2 Chrome Black boxes, and we got a mega box of Bowman and a mega box of Heritage in there. Dick's Sporting Goods has a ton of cards. I don't know if you saw my video, John, on Dick's Sporting Goods, but it's literally better than any card shop around here. Their inventory is wild. I did it on YouTube, I don't know, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Dick's, Jabs Family. Let's see what comes up. Yeah, I think this will give you a quick sneak peek right there. You have to probably copy and paste it. That is that's the Dick's Sporting Goods if you want to check it out. But anyway, here we go with this next one. First one's going live, Chrome Black time. First one's live, 10 seconds. And I'll sort out all the cards from the last round so I can get these shipped to you on Monday when the post office opens up. Of course, the post office is closed tomorrow because it's Sunday. That's kind of good. Gives me an extra day of sorting if I need it. I don't think that I will. It's nice to be off in the summer. I never have to rush anymore. If I don't get stuff done, just go to bed. Do it the next day. At lunchtime. We've got the Reds going first to Jerry. White Sox Tom says, it's funny how you buy shoes now, you scan the shoe and the robot goes and gets it. Really? I did not know that. AI is crazy. Man, no one's going to have a job in 20 years. They talk about the unemployment rate being high now. It's going to be about, I think I saw some people estimate like 1 in 3 people will be unemployed because of AI. Here's number 32 going live right now. But AI is going to take a lot of jobs. Who knows? Maybe they'll take a teaching job too, and I'll be out of a job. I think by then I'll be retired. But AI is coming for a lot of sectors, and can't say I'm a big fan of it. On the weird, it's kind of like a weirdly dystopian thing. John's got the next one. They already have food delivery bots. I'm okay with stuff that makes our lives a little bit easier, but when it starts taking people's jobs, and I mean, eventually, like, what's it gonna come to? Like, I know that a lot of us are probably against universal basic income and all that stuff, just giving away money just for people not working, but it's gonna probably end up coming to that someday. And like John points out, people are gonna have AI wives. Yeah, it's going to be, and then the birth rates are going to fall, and here's number 33 up for grabs live right now. I'm worried about the money being devalued. They, like, down the line, if they start having to give away money to everybody so they can eat because there's no jobs, they'll devalue money. It's just one of the reasons I've been getting into cryptocurrency, for better or for worse. We'll see how it plays out. Hopefully it works out for me long term. I don't know. I just texted my financial advisor. I told him to pull all my money from the bank. I said, I'm not doing this anymore. Had me in all these bonds, and I'm getting out. The bonds are just terrible. Losing money every day. There's the Mets right now. New York Mets at number 33 going to Uncommon. Uncommon, thank you very much. Michael says, I sell robots. There are a ton of jobs from automation, and they cannot do many things yet. That is true. I'm just worried about how fast things, how fast technology, evolves. It's kind of wild. Is number 34 up for grabs right now? 34 is live. It's kind of crazy that, I don't know if you guys ever have messed around with AI, but you can like tell AI to do something, and it'll literally do it. Like, it'll make a video. Like, it's going to come to the point where you can tell AI, you can just go and click the microphone and say, create a video in the style of Jab's Family, opening a box of 2025 Top Series 2 with a Barry Bonds autograph being pulled, and it'll be able to do it. It can already kind of do stuff just like that. And that wouldn't be perfect. There'd be like errors in there and stuff, but you can tell it to do things and it'll make videos like that. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen a deep fake video, but they're scary. Scary accurate. Next one up, we've got the Oakland A's. Going to John at number 34. Good luck, John, with Oakland. Next one, number 35. Is live right now. My wife was originally going to have her major be accounting, but because of AI, she has decided to undo that, and she's in the education course right now to be a teacher. And she's kind of she just said today that she might be rethinking that. She might want to be a business owner and have her own, like, child care, like, daycare center instead. Next, we've got the Padres going to Sean. So here we go. Sean, good luck with the Padres. Next one up, number 36 is live. I actually got faked out by AI. 36 is live right now. I was, where was I? Because I remember I showed it to some other girl that we were with. I was like, Sophia, look at this. We're just there. It was a video of Grand Prismatic Springs in Yellowstone Park erupting like a giant volcano. Like it looked believable, like all this black soot flying up in the air. And I was like, this just erupted. And there was some other girl around, and I showed her too, and she's like, I was just there in 2019. And then I went to Google and I went to look for other sources, and there was nothing. And because the video was AI, it was fake. Somebody put it on Facebook. I see that all the time on Facebook. It's like they'll put pictures up of like a local state park, and the pictures will be completely AI generated. Be like Cucumber Falls, and it look like Cucumber Falls is like coming out of like a cave or something, which isn't the case. We've got number 36 going to John. Good luck with the Astros. Next one, number 37, is live right now. Yeah, if Yellowstone blows its top, we're all done. It's pretty crazy. I don't know if you've been to Yellowstone or not, but you're literally on top of a volcano, a super volcano. Like there's hot springs everywhere. You're driving around and then you see like smoke coming out of the ground. Going on a hike, you see a bunch of smoke. There's big bear turds everywhere, and you're like, oh boy. I always had my hand on the bear spray everywhere we went, but it was a great time, man. My kids loved Yellowstone. They gave me a hard time because all I wanted to do was hike and go see waterfalls and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, let's just go home. We're tired. But after the fact, you know, like my daughter actually said, Dad, I'm glad you made us do all that hiking. She said that when she's grown up, she's going to go back to Yellowstone someday. Here's number 38, alive right now. We'll probably go back too. We'll have to take little Jackson back there. Such a beautiful place. Almost got attacked by a bison. Came right for our car. My wife was screaming, thinking it was going to ram her. That was interesting. Here's the next one. This one is going to go to Travis. Travis, thank you very much. We've got the Yankees, New York Yankees, coming off the board at number 38, going to Travis. Good luck, Travis. Number 39 is live right now. Haven't booked the mountain vacation yet this year, but I'm looking into some places in either Wyoming or Utah. I have to decide on what national park I want to go to, what looks the best. Try to pick something without maybe too much uphill hiking for my wife, because she's gonna, she should be better by then, but she doesn't really care for doing much, walking right now. She just gave birth 2 weeks ago. But we've been out and about quite a bit, especially this weekend. Got the Royals going off the board next. Kansas City for John. Good luck, John. Number 40's up for grabs. Got our steps in today. I always park in the free zone in Pittsburgh. There's side streets up on the north side where you can just park on the street and it's literally free. Like last night, there was a school there without any metered parking. You just park there for free on non-school days or after hours. But it's like a 10-minute walk to the ballpark, 10, 15 minutes. But hey, $20 here, $20 there. I'm always trying to, save money when I can, especially if it's not necessary, like parking. Like I can walk an extra 10 minutes instead of paying $20. I've always done that. Every game at PNC Park, I can't even think of a time I've ever paid for parking. Except maybe sometimes if it's before 6 p.m., I'll have to pay a meter. Here's number 41 going live right now. Michael says Western North Carolina is beautiful. Yes, I've been down there. We did a Grandfather Mountain vacation in, I think it was 2021. Beautiful area for sure. I would not mind doing that trip again. Maybe doing some hikes this time. I don't think we did many hikes. I regret that. We've got the White Sox. Chicago White Sox going off the board next at number 41. Could always be a Frank Thomas. You never know. Nick has this one. Good luck. Next one, number 42, is live right now. E. Hoffman says, funny when you plan on a team and get your PC team. That works out perfectly. Mick says, whichever national park you go to, make sure there's an MLB park nearby. That is true. Nothing in Yellowstone. Although we did make it to a baseball card shop in Idaho when we were on that trip. It was actually a pretty good card shop. Like, if it was my local card shop, I'd go there quite often. It was actually a really nice one. And the worker that worked there was a big fan of the channel. Like, watched all the videos and knew everybody's names and everything. It was pretty wild. Next one here is for the Cubbies. So the Cubs are off the board, going to Sean. Good luck with the Cubs. Next one, number 43, is live right now. These cards sorted out in the seconds we have in between. The next one's going to be sold here. Going to Chillin. Thanks, Chillin. Let's see what we can do for you. Chillin is going to get the Orioles. And I said I'd sell a puck. I'll do that in a second. Sorry, I forgot about that. I'm so used to doing breaks. We'll fill this break, then I'll do the pucks. So someone just remind me. So the O's are off the board. Was it a C-section, says the mix? No, it was natural. Yep, she had an epidural and it was natural. Here's number 44 live right now. 3 of my kids are C-sections. They don't let you watch the baby be born if it's a C-section. Like, they've got this big blue tarp up because I think they've had too many instances where the father has passed out from just pure horror of seeing, a belly being completely sliced open. So I didn't get to see 3 of my kids behind the curtain, but I was right there. Got to hold them right afterwards. And with this most recent kiddo, Jackson, I was literally right there. I was actually part of the birthing unit. I was there. I was holding Sophia's one leg and helping her push and everything. John says I was Section 8 birth. We've got the Rays coming off the board. Number 44 going to Amayo. So I don't know if they were short-staffed or whatever, but I didn't ever realize I'd be that involved in the birth. Like, here's number 45 up for grabs. Like, one doctor was like grabbing her one leg, and she's like, grab the other leg, push back. Grab her knee like this, push back. It's pretty cool. I asked if I was allowed to tape the birth, and they said no. I was like, really? Like, yeah, it's against our policy. So, and I did audio tape it because I want to get my son's first ever cry. So I had my phone recording in the blackness of my pocket. I think I had a hoodie on, so it was just in there. And then as soon as he was out and born and on my wife's chest, I pulled my phone out and got his first moments on camera. I think I shared that with you guys on YouTube. John's got the Angels. That's a good get. Maybe we'll get a Mike Trout. Here's number 46 up for grabs. Mike Trout's back, by the way. I noticed that he did get his average up to 200 finally. A couple big games. He's hitting 221. So even though that 221 average seems a bit low, I guess it's 228 now. That's actually come up quite a good bit. So he's been hitting well since coming back from the injured list. If we take a look at his splits, I mean, it's not going to make him recover all the value lost over the last few years from being injured, but it's a step in the right direction. I would like to see Mike Trout be healthy for a full season. He's getting up there in age now. He's 33, so any year now, it's going to be the decline for him. The decline years. That'll be sad to watch. E. Hoffma has the next one. Thank you very much. Number 46. Kyle Teal's looking pretty good. Got his first hit in RBI. Former Red Sox phenom catcher. Yeah, that'll be nice. Kyle Teal. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I wonder if he made it in time to get into Update this year. That'd be another nice name to add to Update. Update could be potentially hugely loaded with now Jack Caglione, Kyle Teal, Christian Campbell, Cam Smith, and it's going to be a really deep class. Here's number 47 live right now. There is a cutoff think it's June 5th. 47 running right now. We went through this in 2019 with Yordan Alvarez. Yordan Alvarez came up in early June, and we were all expecting him to be in 2019 update, but they did not put him in there. And then it was explained that there's like a specific date that's set by the association when players can be in a set. They have to appear by a certain date, and he missed it by 1 day. Sometime in June, like early June. I can't remember what his exact date was. And it might change from year to year. Who knows? We've got the next one going to John, and John is going to have the Boston Red Sox. So thank you, John. We got a raid from Coral City Cards. Coral, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So John, the Red Sox, good luck. It's number 48 up for grabs in this chrome black round, live right now. Campbell's on the opening day roster. He should have been in Series 2. It makes no sense. This is F. Piombo. Yeah, in the years past, he would have been in Series 2, but they're doing something new now recently. They did it last year, too. Think about last year. You had, like, Wyatt Langford make the opening day roster and Jackson Merrill and all those guys, and they didn't make it into Series 2. They short printed them instead. Even Jackson Holiday was up in early April. I don't think he broke with the club, but he was there in April. They made them all short prints because then you get double the chase. You can make people chase him in Series 2, and then you can make people go after their rainbows and numbered cards and rookie autos and update. It's super smart. From a business standpoint, it's genius. Double the chase. Travis with the Giants. I think they're trying to avoid what happened in 2023. 2023, the rookie class and update was garbage. I don't know how 2023 hobby boxes are like almost $100 a piece right now. But 2023 update, the rookie, like the top rookies, I think are Matt McClain, Grayson Rodriguez, and then I don't even know who. Matt McClain missed the whole season due to injury. Grayson Rodriguez has missed the whole season due to injury. And even at the time, nobody really was chasing after them. But here's number 49 up for grabs next. And then on top of that, in addition to having a really weak rookie checklist for update, they cut down the number of all the cards and all the packs. We went from 24 packs down to 10 packs. Or no, check that. 20 packs. From 10 packs in update to 46 cards down to 10 packs and 40 cards. So that was just an overall terrible release. Just marked the beginning of them squeezing us more. Basically the prices of everything going up. Especially if, for somebody like me that does those Patreon packages, it's only 20 packs per box. Now I'm paying even a good bit more than previously because I got to buy more cases to get the same amount of packs. E. Hoffma has the Diamondbacks. Good luck. Number 50 is up for grabs live right now. 2024 update was the best rookie class since 2022 update. I agree with that. And it might be the best rookie class since 2018. 2018 has the big three. 2018 update. I mean, that's a crazy class. But, after you get past the big three in 2018 update, there's not a lot after that. I mean, you got Shane Bieber, Gleyber Torres. I don't know who else is in there. Like maybe Tyler O'Neill. I can't even remember. But nothing ever really gets me going for update except for the big three. It's not an extremely deep rookie class, but the top of the class is crazy good. That's making that, the best set since 2011 update. John has the Brewers. Good luck. Here's number 51 up for grabs right now. There's some great teams left on the wheel. Only 10 teams left. 2011 update was pretty wild. You have 3 Hall of Fame rookies in there. Mike Trout will be a Hall of Famer. Jose Altuve will be a Hall of Famer. He's got his rookie in there. And Paul Goldschmidt, he's got his rookie in there. He'll be a Hall of Famer. So that's a really strong box too. And I do expect 2018 update to catch up to 2011 update. 2011 update boxes are extremely expensive. They've always been expensive. They've come down a lot in price though recently. They used to be $17,000 for a jumbo box when we were opening them back during the pandemic. Now they've come down to, I don't know, $3,000 or $4,000. I don't even know. I don't even know if it's worth buying it at like $3,000. If you can get a Topps update box from 2011 update for $3,000, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't think it is. You can go buy a PSA 9 Mike Trout rookie card for less than $300, which is the cost of one pack of those. You can get the rookie card Mike Trout PSA 10 for, I don't know, $750, $800. And what's the gold and the cognac and the diamond anniversary go for? And a PSA 10, maybe $3,000 right there. Like, why not just go buy it? So yeah, Steve says it's not worth it at all. All 3 PSA 10s are less than $3K, and your chances of pulling one of those is not that great. I mean, I've been trying. I pulled the gold. I pulled a Mike Trout gold back in like 2020 or something like that, 2019. Here's number 52 live right now. But I've never pulled the diamond anniversary or the cognac. And I've opened a good bit of those 2011 update boxes over the years. Usually, at least once a year, I'm opening a jumbo box if I can find one. And I do remember that the last time I did 2011 update, it was tough. Like, it was a tough sell. I had to sell it, like, almost buy the card, and it took like 2 months to fill or something like that. And, you know, I don't blame people, but those boxes, they should come down, but the problem is there's not a lot of them left. It's all about supply and demand. And when the supply is super low, even if there's not a lot of demand, the price will still stay super high. John with the Rockies. Good luck, John. Number 53 is live right now, and there's only 8 teams left. The Pirates, the Braves, the Nationals, Rangers, Dodgers, Mariners are all still out there. It's a good wheel left for double chrome black. Got to plan out my day tomorrow. I'm still not sure exactly what I'm doing tomorrow. I know we got a Whatnot show probably around 5 or 6. But now I hear Paul Skeens is pitching tomorrow. I might want to go back for the 3rd consecutive game. I don't know if my wife will want to go. Got the Dodgers coming off the board next at number 53. To A Dirty Mind. Another option would be to go to the flea markets. I wanted to go to the flea markets on Friday and got to Ohio, but it was raining, so skipped out on that. Here's number 54, live right now. In fact, it took us almost 2 hours to get to the Pirates game on Friday night because a lot of local areas were flooding, flash flooding. The turnpike was flooded out. We couldn't go the regular way on the turnpike, the major road that leads into Pittsburgh. We had to take all these back roads through different communities. I was like, this is weird. And then, like, all of a sudden, both of our phones started blowing up saying, it was the emergency weather service saying, turn around, do not be on the roads. It's a life-threatening situation. Flash floods. If you're near water, don't go in it. Don't try to drive through water. And yeah, if you go and go to WPXI.com or any of those local Pittsburgh news stations, you'll see there's a lot of devastation around here on Friday. Next one's going to John. Whole community's getting wiped out by flash floods. I think one place got almost 3 inches of rain, which is pretty crazy all at once. I think the town of Irwin, PA got almost 3 inches of rain. John with the Minnesota Twins. We got 6 teams left now. Here's number 55. Okie lives in Oklahoma. I've actually never been to Oklahoma. It's one of the, I don't know how many states I haven't been to. I should sit down and try to figure it out, but I would guess maybe about 15 states I haven't been to. Oklahoma's one. Been to Texas. Been to Kansas. But not Oklahoma. If there was a baseball team there, I'm sure, like a major league team, sure I would have been there by now. The home of Mickey Mantle, right? Oklahoma, or at least the state Mickey Mantle. We got the Pirates coming off the board, going to Michael. You haven't been to Bama. I have not been to Alabama. No. Is it Bama? Did I say that wrong? Michael with the Buccos. I haven't been to that area. I haven't been to Louisiana. I haven't been to Mississippi. I haven't been to Alabama. I've been to Georgia, Florida, all those other states. Here's number 56 up for grabs. Yeah, that area of the country I need to get down to. Sophia wanted to go to Mardi Gras, I think this past spring. either this spring or the year before, but we didn't go. But I'm sure she'll make me go there one of these days. Next one up, we've got John taking number 56 in the double chrome black. Thanks, John. John is going to be grabbing the Braves. Nick says, we drive over to Louisiana to gamble. They are some of the nicest people. That's awesome, man. And I've not had good luck gambling at casinos, so I don't even try. I don't understand it. We gambled in Puerto Rico. We went into our hotel, had a casino in it, and we lost, I don't know, I think we bet like $100. Just small amounts, like we did blackjack, like $10 hands or whatever. Lost our money almost instantaneously. Sophia had the line of the night. She's like, that wasn't addicting or fun. So we just went and did something else. Number 57 is live right now. 4 teams left. Yeah, I feel like probably if you're going to gamble, I feel like gambling on sports would be more fun because you're more invested rather than just pressing a freaking button and just waiting for 2 seconds to see if you want or not. And, of course, even buying baseball cards, buying a box of cards could be considered gambling because you're trying to get the big hits. That's much more fun than just pressing a button and waiting to see, 2 seconds later if you won. Blackjack. I guess I'm not as good at blackjack as I thought I could be. Rangers. We got Texas. I never played blackjack until, like a month or 2 before I met Sophia. Got taught how to play blackjack, and guess I forgot how to do it. There's 3 teams left. Sports is a slow death. I actually tried to log into FanDuel today at the Pirates game, but I couldn't remember my password. I was going to bet. Here's number 58 up for grabs. 3 teams left. It's the Nationals, which are a great team for 2025 Chrome Black. The Mariners as well, and the Phillies. I always wanted to see if you can bet on FanDuel live in person, just to see, like, do they, like, take bets during that bat? Like, is there a lag where you could, like, bet someone to get a hit, and then they get a hit and you hurry up and place the bet? That's extremely unethical, so I wouldn't do it. But I was just wondering if they take that, because they always have the, have stuff like that, like bet on a person to hit a home run or get a hit or whatever. But I wonder how they protect against somebody just being there live and beating them to the punch. Like, for example, when I was trying to log in, I saw that you could bet on someone to hit a home run. Like, JT Realmuto was plus 1,400. But they got to be on that, because if he hits a home run and you're like, you place the bet right away, that's not good. We got 2 teams left. I think that they should have something there like the bet needs to be placed like at least a minute before the home run happens. Hopefully they have those safeguards in play. We got the Phillies and Mariners as the last 2 teams. Here's number 59 up for grabs. You can bet on balls and strikes, says Steve. You can bet on anything, I guess. I've never actually I don't think I've ever made a wager on FanDuel for that kind of stuff. I used to be sponsored by FanDuel, and then they never paid me. So, blank those guys. Yeah, they owe me, I think they owe me $2,500 that they never paid me for freaking shouting them out for like 2 months. Guess I should have known. It was through some like agency in Canada, Mississauga, Canada, on behalf of FanDuel. We've got Uncommon with this next one. Uncommon's going to get the Philadelphia Phillies at number 59. Good luck. And now we're down to the last team. A 100% chance of the Mariners. Live right now. Last one. Well, it'd be great if we could get a Ken Griffey Jr. in there. just wrapped up sorting the last round, too. Right on schedule. We got Uncommon taking the Mariners. Good luck. I'm going to sell those hockey pucks for you. I promised you the hockey pucks. I don't want to keep forgetting. I know that we're a baseball channel, but I'm going to offer you some hockey pucks now. Uncommon has the Mariners. So here's those pucks. And if you want to look these up on eBay, they go for $500. So $500 pucks. And I'm just trying to basically break even and help out people that weren't able to get these, because I got a little pre-sale opportunity before they hit the market to the general public through a representative that I have at Topps that sometimes will hit me up. It's not like he can't sell me a lot of stuff. Like, for example, he sold me 2 cases of Topps. Like, okay, I'm obviously going to need way more than that. There's definitely limits that I can get from him, but it's a nice little perk, I guess, from buying so much directly from Topps recently. They have a representative that sometimes reaches out to me. And so he said, I've got these pucks for $2.99 a piece. They're from Fanatics. Sold by Topps. I showed them in the video today. And I don't know much about hockey, but I'll try to explain what they are, then I'll show them to you. And if you're interested, you can bid on them. But Alex Ovechkin, a couple months ago, set the all-time career record for most goals scored in a career. 895 goals. He's probably got more now. I have no idea. But at the time after that happened, Fanatics sat him down and had him sign 895 commemorative pucks that are commemorating that historic moment. 895 goals. I don't know if 895 will ever be broken. I don't know what it's the equivalent of. I would assume the closest would be equating it to home runs in baseball. 762 home runs for Barry Bonds is the record. And touchdowns, I don't know even who has the record for touchdowns. Is it Tom Brady? I have no idea, but it might be equivalent to that in football. So it's a pretty big record, a pretty big stat. And that's what you're bidding on, the special commemorative puck from that day. Each puck comes with this special fan secure certificate of authenticity, where you can go here and there's a code in here on the hologram where you can print out a certificate. And we've got the hockey puck right here. I'll ship it to you in this. I'll put it in a crush-proof box as well. But here it is, the Fanatics puck, signed by Ovechkin. There he is, diving on the ice after getting the 895th goal. Limited edition, numbered 210 out of 895. There's the back of the puck. It has the special Fanatics sticker on there. We can go and check it out online. So this is what's up for grabs. So I literally tell you what I paid for it. It was $2.99 a piece for these. I bought 4 of them. I paid $12.71 plus some change after the tax, which comes out to $317.75. So $317 times 13% whatnot fees would be $41. So to break even on these pucks, I would have to make $358 just to break even. These pucks sell for $500 plus on eBay, so you can get it for $358, and you can keep it. And then once he gets into the Hall of Fame, it might be worth double. But I'm going to sell this to you right now if you're interested in it, because I thought, man, that might be something people really like. So puck 210 of 895, signed by Ovechkin, with the certificate of authenticity. You've got the directions on how to get it right there. And the box, this box is magnetic, so you can close it and it stays sealed. But that is going live in just 1 second. Got to change the weight because the pucks were a little heavier than I thought. I don't know if I've ever actually picked up an actual NFL and NHL puck before. All right, here we go. It's live in 3, 2, one. There it goes. The Ovechkin puck. Record-setting puck, $150 less than you can find it for anywhere else. Live right now. Leon says, I worked the game on the radio side. It was an amazing experience. That's freaking great. I can only imagine being like at maybe like, kind of imagine maybe like Barry Bonds' 756th home run. It would be equivalent to that. They stopped the game for 20 minutes. That reminds me of the Cal Ripken Jr. game where he broke Lou Gehrig's consecutive game record, and they stopped the game for like a half an hour so that he could be recognized, make his victory lap around the stadium. No takers on that. Well, I can't. That's my break-even price, so that's something that I can hang on to. And then I could probably just dump. I could put it on eBay, just fire up eBay, and buy it now for $358 and easily sell it. So I'm not worried about that. I'm not going to run it $1 and then lose money on it though, especially when it sells for $500. I thought I'd offer it up, but if there's no takers on it, put it back in there. Maybe now, since it's going to eBay, I'll start it off at like $450 and actually make some money on it. All right, so let's get into the break. Start off with Heritage. Put up for 500 best offer. I should. What I usually do when I have items like this is I'll look what the cheapest one is on eBay, and then I'll list it for just $5 less or so. Last sold was $5.99. Yeah, like I said, I didn't realize they're $600. I thought they were $500. So, yeah, that was a heck of a deal. I was actually hoping someone would just buy it and put it on eBay and make themselves an easy, quick $100. You could even put it on there for $500 and make $100 real quick. But I'm not going to force anybody to buy anything or try to, you know. Like I always say, if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not going to sit here and yell at you guys for passing up an opportunity or whatever. Next time there's a big opportunity there for hockey, I'm not going to bite on it this time. Yeah, Topps Chrome is in this break. It's Topps Chrome, it's some Heritage, it's a Bowman Mega box. It's all in here. All right, here we go. I would like to get my money back, though, and just take that money and reinvest it into Series 2. $1,200, I can buy myself a whole blaster case with that. Ricky Henderson in his Yankees days. Ketel Marte. Actually, you can also buy myself a whole hobby case. What are the hobby cases up to now? There's Rhett Lauder. That might be a variation. I'm going to sleeve that one up just in case. Slipped upside down. Got the Reese Hoskins on the Sparkle. Bryce Turang. If you haven't got your Series 2 yet, you better be careful if you are planning. Don't think that you can wait around and it's going to drop in price. That just doesn't happen anymore. It has only happened, you know, I was going to say it's only happened with Heritage High Number, but Heritage High Number doesn't count because Heritage High Number released at 99, and then the people that were jacking it up was like Cards HQ and Blowout Cards and David Adams. Those guys were all in cahoots, and they all put it at 250. And then Topps just, their website completely crapped out on us, so it forced all of us to have to go and buy it for some of us forced to go buy it for $250. I bought a box for $250 just so I could do a video. I had to go to Steel City Collectibles and pay that. And it kind of sucks because I know darn well that Steel City Collectibles got that box for probably $79. If it's a $99 box, if you get your price, because you know those places have to make money. Retail's $99, they're probably getting it for $79. Most card shops probably got it for $79 to $85. Heck, back when I used to have a case guy, I used to be able to get boxes that would release around that price point for about that price, like $20 off a box. Yeah, I just ran the puck. Did you want it? I can run it again. It did not sell. Recently has sold for, the most recent one sold for $6 or $5.99. I'm just trying to break even on it, so I'll run it for you again. It's live right now. This exact puck right here. I'll take it out one more time for you. This is puck number 210. And I'll continue to break cards, but there it is. That's up for grabs. The Ovechkin puck. The record-breaking puck. If you're interested, I will ship it in a crush-proof box. Thanks, man. I hope you get it for $358, and then go on. I'll tell you, go on eBay and make yourself $100, $150. I have 3 more. If you're interested in multiple ones, just let me know. I have a total of 3, and I'm looking to sell them all. Big hockey fan, nice, perfect. So at least we're gonna have Uncommon picking one of these up. Who knows? Maybe I'll give one away in the 20,000 follower special. There's Ellie De La Cruz right there. And the puck is going Uncommon. Uncommon, I appreciate that. Jackson Merrill right there on the chrome. So your puck, I'm going to wrap it back up. It's right here. The Ovechkin. There it is. One last time for you. And at $358, that's easily $200 less than what they are selling for on eBay. Somebody said, FP almost said the last one sold was $5.99. Get this with the QR code on there, or the UPC, and your little Fanatics certificate, all within the box. And I'll put this in, like, I've got these crust-proof boxes I like to use to ship cards in. I'll put this in there, and I'll surround it with either something. I don't know if I have, I'll see if I have any of the packing peanuts left. But if not, I'll surround it with, like, bubble mailers and cut up bubble mailers and stuff like that, so that the puck's not rambling around in there. So Uncommon, thank you very much. That one's yours. I'll get that sent out to you when the post office opens up again on Monday. First thing. Robert Morris, founding father. We've got a college near here named Robert Morris. There used to be a big card show there every year. The Robert Morris Card Show. It's since moved years ago. Now it's, I think, the mainline autograph show or something in Monroeville. I got Andy Van Slyke's autograph at that show, but that exact card show always used to be at Robert Morris University. Jordan Walker right there. And upside down Eric Wagaman. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's something special. It's upside down, so I don't know if it's photo variation. I'm going to sleeve it up as if it were. Because why not? Keep it safe and sound. Alrighty. So if you guys want any of those pucks going forward, you can just request it, and I'll grab another one for you and I'll run it. But in the meantime, we'll just keep on breaking baseball. Next up, we've got the Bowman Mega Box. The last Mega Box we had, at least in the last round, we had George Lombard autograph come out of one of these. One of the top prospects for the Yankees. Maybe the third baseman of the future. I think that's where he's going to slate into the Yankees lineup. Maybe some third base. Anthony Volpe is kind of entrenched at shortstop. Although Volpe, I don't know about you Yankees fans, but Volpe has not been as good as billed. His career average is .229. I'm looking him up. He's hitting .237 this year with 7 home runs. Although he is slightly above average this year with a 110 OPS plus. This has been his best year. This is his third year. His OPS the past 3 years are 666, 657, and now 745. So he's 24. That rookie year when he first came up, he did hit 21 home runs, but last year he only had 12. This year he is 7. He's on pace for about 20 again this year. I guess 2020 is not bad. He went 2020 as a rookie despite hitting 209. He might go 2020 this year if he could pick up the steals. Only 7 steals this year. It'd be close, but I don't know. I kind of thought maybe he'd give us a little more. White Sox Tom says, Yankees just lost. Steve says his defense is awesome. Yeah, his WAR for a player with such low batting numbers, it's got a pretty decent WAR. They're in the 3s. So a lot of that's defensive. Otherwise, you'd expect him to have like a 0.8 WAR or something like that, hitting like in the 220s. Here's the Mojos. Lindor's broken toe is more talented than Volpe. Yeah, there he is. How about Francisco Lindor? He's a Hall of Famer. I think Lindor, this is Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer right there. Bobby Witt might be a future Hall of Famer. Jose Ramirez, I think, will be a future Hall of Famer. Jury's still out on these guys that haven't been in the big leagues yet. But unfortunately, no auto in there. Yeah, but if I had to bet on it, if I was doing like a long-term position on betting on the Hall of Fame, I would bet for Jose Ramirez to get into the Hall of Fame. That's always a fun exercise. Like current players, Hall of Famer or not Hall of Famer. Bobby Witt would be interesting too. And Bobby Witt, I feel like he's so good right now. Although, like, you know, he doesn't have the credentials at all right now. I feel like I'd probably bet on him too. Although the odds would be a little bit longer for him to make it since he is still so young. You know, something could happen. He could, you know, be like Troy Tulowitzki, who was great at shortstop for a few years and then have injuries come up. Or Trevor Story was great for a few years, but just faded away. Miguel Tejada was great for a few years. He faded away. You just never know. Just one game they're gone. So, I mean, the odds say that Bobby Witt won't be in the Hall of Fame right now, but he's got the talent if he can, you know, stay healthy and consistent. But I think Jose Ramirez has done enough probably to get in. Francisco Lindor, he's been around for 10 years. He's got the stats, not quite yet, but he's on track. Let's look him up. I always love just looking up players and seeing. Francisco Lindor has 262 home runs. We can probably give him 300 plus in his career. He's got a 52 WAR already because he plays great defense and he hits well. That's borderline Hall of Fame right now. If his career ended right now, 52 WAR for a lot of players will get you in. And taking a look at his Hall of Fame statistics there, the Hall of Fame monitor gives him a 60. You need 100 to get in to be likely. So right now, not a Hall of Famer if his career ended right now, but looking at his other stats, I think he'll accumulate enough. Looking at his similar batters through age 30. He is similar, out of the 10 players, he's similar to Cal Ripken Jr., Gary Carter, Joe Torre, Ryan Sandberg, Derek Jeter. So half those guys are Hall of Famers. Let's check out our Chrome Black. I do need to get a Jose Ramirez PSA 10 rookie card and a Lindor for that fact. There's Jackson Jobe on the blue numbered. We'll take that. That's a good hit right there. And here is the other pack. One numbered card per box. These boxes are like almost $300 a piece. Will Wagner numbered to 150. And most of the time, the value is in that one touched card. That's where the value falls. So if you get a bum auto in there worth $3 to $5, that is really, really tough to stomach if it's, you know, your own box. FP says Lindor passed Jeter in career home runs just the other week. Yeah, Jeter wasn't really ever considered a power hitter. I mean, he had some pop. I think he had a 20 home run season here and there, but Lindor definitely has got him beat power-wise. I would still rank Jeter better than Lindor, but you know, when it's all said and done, who knows? Because Lindor's definitely a better defensive shortstop than Jeter ever was. You know, Jeter had that jump throw, but if you look at the deep data on Jeter's defense, his range wasn't that great overall, which is kind of surprising because I always remember Jeter being like the man at shortstop, but the advanced stats kind of thought otherwise. Let's see what we have for the hit. It's going to be freaking Dylan Dingler. So this is one of the cases where you get a $300 almost box and you get a $5 auto. Dylan Dingler, the catcher for the Tigers. It's a rookie auto, so who knows? Maybe he ends up being really, really good. But to get, you know, a player of that caliber that's not even numbered, that's rough. Luckily, there's a whole second box put in. he's been solid this year for Detroit. Yeah, well, Detroit's been the best team in baseball, so he must be playing pretty well. I feel like that whole team is firing on all cylinders. He's hitting 298 this year with 6 home runs. The hobby doesn't give him much respect right now because he was never a top 100 prospect or anything like that coming up. So kind of under the radar. Sometimes it takes guys like that a year or two. I mean, he had his rookie year last year only at 167. So it could just be a good 2 months for him. But if he continues to hit well and then, Tigers go to the playoffs and he's front and center stage, then people maybe start to realize and that card will go up. But right now, I would probably say that card's not worth all that much. I say it's a $5 auto, but it might sell for a little more than that. I don't know, 10, 15. But here's our last box of Chrome Black before we get into our next round. Let's see what we have in this next one. I'm hoping for a Hall of Fame auto. Really would love to see a big name like a Ricky Henderson Oakland A's auto. Like the Ricky did have some autos in 2025 products. I think he was in Series 1. His autographs were in Series 1. Let's see what we got. We had Cal Ripken Jr. from our box last week. It'd be nice to get a Ken Griffey Jr. Here we go. Second box, Chrome Black. I can tell you that the autograph is going to be numbered. It looks like a green. So I'm going to cover that up and save that. Looks like a green to 99 autograph. We've got an orange, Kyle Tucker to 25. Tucker's so good. Brian Reynolds, he had a home run yesterday. I think my son's first ever home run he ever saw in person was a Brian Reynolds shot. Next one up, Hunter Green. Shohei Ohtani, he was 1 for 4 today. I look at his stats every single day. He's got a shot to break Babe Ruth's single season record for runs scored. Babe Ruth had 177. Ohtani was on pace for 170 as of 2 days ago. There's Nick York, numbered to 75, who has still not appeared in the big leagues yet this year. He played a little bit last year for the Pirates, but he's been down in AAA all year. This kind of probably sucks for people that got the red rookie redemption of Nick York. What are you going to do with that? Probably going to be in the quarter boxes before long. All right, here we go. The big autograph. It's going to be a member of the Marlins. Well, that's unexpected. So the Miami Marlins going to E. Hoffma is going to get this one. Is that Connor Norby? It is going to be a Connor Norby rookie auto numbered to 99. So the big 2 hits in that's like almost $600 in Chrome Black, and they give us Dylan Dingler and Connor Norby, which is just a bit disappointing, especially after getting the Cal Ripken Jr. out of one of those last week. Connor Norby from the hapless Miami Marlins, who just got swept recently by the worst team potentially of all time. The Rockies swept the Marlins, I think at home too. Right now, if you're wondering about Connor Norby, he has 3 home runs. He's got 155 at-bats. He's playing regularly, and he's hitting 252. So 85 OPS plus tells us he's 15% worse than an average major leaguer right now. So I don't know. I would probably call that also a $10 or $15 autograph, even though it's numbered. Coming into this season, Connor Norby was a little bit higher on some people's lists, but again, he's a guy that was never a top 100 prospect, so he's not coming in with like a ton of value built up over the years of people watching him, waiting for him to break in. Top 100 prospects, people love getting their first Bowman autos and all that jazz. All right, so that round's in the books, and the next round coming up, people want some Find the Auto action with some 2024 updates. It's got 33 votes. 2024 update jumbos are fantastic. They've got such a great rookie class, and in addition to the great rookie class of Paul Skeens and Jackson Holiday, Jackson Choria, Jackson Merrill, Wyatt Langford, Ellie De La Cruz, Jason Minguez, Pete Crow Armstrong, Kyle Manzardo, Yamamoto, Imanaga, all those guys. In addition to all those guys, you got the silver packs, and the silver packs are fantastic. So let's see what we got. Also, some of these boxes are absolutely loaded. And by loaded, I mean that they give you more than 3 hits instead of having, 3 hits in there, 1 auto and 2 relics. I think we did 2 of these boxes last week. One of the boxes had 6 hits in there. There was I believe it was 3 autos. There's 2 autos in the packs and 1 in the silver packs. And also 3 relics. I think there was 6 hits in a box of these last week. It was pretty crazy. So the way the Find the Auto game works, Steve has it listed right there. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is get a pack, and they're personal packs. You pick which pack you want. And then if you hit the autograph, you win both of the silver packs in the box. If there's 2 autos, then you'll split it. Each person will get a silver pack. But this is going up for grabs. These boxes are approaching $500 a piece, so we got to start these off at $45. Silver packs go for what, $75 a piece? They're live right now. First one up. And you can pick which pack you want. And I'm sorry I have to redo that time. I'll fix it next time. I have it set at a minute still from the Ovechkin puck. Just want to give you a minute in case you want to go and, verify the what those pucks actually go for. I'm going for like $600 a piece. So there's the silver packs. The upcoming packs will be sold at just 10-second intervals instead of a minute. But that gives me enough time to get the packs laid out, sorted around, jumbled up. Put some back here. So there's 5 across the top, and there are 5 across the bottom, numbers 1 to 10. If you want a pack, just tell me which pack you want. We'll put your name on it, and then we'll open them all up when they're all sold, and then we'll see who's got the autograph. It's as simple as that. Then whoever does have the autograph wins the silver packs. Get a little Find the Auto action here tonight. First one's going to Rascal. Rascal, thank you very much. Which one would you like to go with? I'll put your name on it for you. Number 4. So order 62 going to Rascal. So pack number 4 is off the board. It is reserved for Rascal. Good luck. Next one up is number 63. Let me make sure that I fix that for you so it's not a minute again. I'm going to get down to 10 seconds here. All right, let's see. Time 10 seconds. There we go. That's more like it. It's live right now. Steve's got the pack remaining list for you right there. We got Bronick taking the next one. Bronick, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Which one would you like to go with? Number 63. Number 2 is yours. Good luck with numero dos. Next one, number 64. Find the Auto game with update from 2024 is live right now. Looking for all those rookies. And by the way, it's not a box war. Every single card in your pack will go to you. So if you pull Paul Skeens rookie and Jackson Merrill, Jackson Holiday rookies, etc., they're all just going right into a team bag with their name on it. Not a box war, so don't worry about that. We got Sean taking the next one at number 64. Sean, thank you very much. Sean wants number 10 down there in the bottom right corner. Good luck. Number 10 is yours. Next one coming up is live right now. Steve's got the remaining pack list. Next one's live. And we've got Chillin taking this next one. Chillin, thank you very much. Chillin's taking pack number 8 off the board. Thank you. We'll get your name on pack number 8. Going to Chillin. Wonder how many total hits we'll have in this box. We only got 6 packs left to go through here, or to sell off. 6 spots left in this jumbo box with at least 3 hits in it. Next one's live right now, number 66, in our first Find the Auto action of the night. And number 66 is going to John Rambo. John Rambo's payment has failed, though, unfortunately. I think there's 6 spots that I'm seeing. We got 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, I think. That's what I'm seeing. John Rambo's payment has failed. It might come through. So, John, if it comes through, we'll go ahead and give you the choice of a pack. It's all right, Steve. It's tough to see. You can only see, partial of the packs. So, John's payment has failed. Next one's live coming up, and keep an eye on that, John. If it comes through, just give me the pack number you want. But in the meantime, we got to continue on because a lot of times those payments never come through, and we just be sitting here forever waiting and waiting and waiting. John says, skip over. It's fine. Don't wait. Well, I mean, if you can get it fixed, we'll give you a pack. But the next one's live right now, number 67. Chillin's got number 67. Chillin, thank you very much. And Chillin's going to be taking pack number 1 off the board. So let me get your name on that first pack. And now we're down to 5 packs remaining in this update break. Number 68 is going live next. And it's live right now. If anybody wants another one of those Ovechkin pucks, just let me know and I'll auction one of those off. Did one already. Uncommon with the next one here at number 68. So uncommon, thank you very much. Number 3 is yours. Good luck. Next, number 69 is going to be going right now. Number 69, strike 1 on that one. Next one is up for grabs. There's 4 packs remaining. Strike 2. Last chance for a spot in this one. Here's number 69. Uncommon is going to grab number 69. Uncommon, thank you very much. Go ahead and give me a pack number. Number 5. You've got it. Now there's just 3 packs that remain. It's packs 6, 7, and 9. We'll bust open these jumbos and see who gets the silvers. Next one's live right now. Strike 1 on that one. We do 3 strikes, then we'll just stop and start to rip. And those packs will be left over, and I'll just put them off to the side. And we're going to have Bronick take this one. Bronick, thank you very much. All right, Bronick, would you like 6, 7, or 9? 6, 7, or 9. The final 3 packs left. Just tell me which one looks good to you. We'll start ripping these. Bronick's phone may have died. 7, there we go. There he is. All right, so 7 is yours. Thank you very much. Next one. That has happened before. People have won, find the auto pack, then we just never hear from them. Next one's live. They've got 2 packs left. 6 or 9. The final 2 packs left available. And there it goes. Should be live now at the bottom. This one's going to go to Cray America. Thanks, Brian. Number 71 to Cray America. Number 9 it is. So we got 1 final pack left. It's the bottom left. It's pack number 6. If you find the autographs, you get silver packs. Next one's live right now. Last one, that bottom left pack down there is up for grabs. We'll start ripping them all open. Strike one on that last pack. Do 3 strikes and you're out. They'll just start ripping regardless if it's sold or not. Like I said, I'll never force anybody to take a pack. I'll just put it off the side and do something with it eventually, whether I open it for myself or toss it into a random pack break, something like that. Looks like we are going to have a taker on it. It's going to go to Kramerica. Brian, thank you very much. At number 72. We'll see if that indeed is the lucky pack here. So we got top 2 votes out of the way. The update and the Chrome Black. I'm going to go ahead and end that poll right now. And I'll put another poll up there for what you'd like us to do in the next round. So here comes another poll. I'm going to start ripping these in just a second. Let me see what we have available here. Seller tools. Next, would you like to see personal boxes of Signature Series? Would you like to see personals of Bowman Megas? Would you like to see a team break of 2025 Bowman Jumbo? I think that was 3rd place on there, so I'll put that back out there. Or would you like to do a team break of a, let's see, what else? Jab Choice Mixer. I'll just pick some rando boxes and put them together. Team break style. Let's do this next one. We'll start off with, I'd like to go in the order numbers. Makes it easier. Just put them in right in the box, all in order. Looking for the autos in here. The autos or relics will be at the very bottom of each stack. We'll go and show you every single card. Again, these all go right into a team bag. You got Wyatt Langford, rookie in there. He's not done much this year. He's in the 230s. Jackson Merrill, rookie debut. And we've got a Stratospheric Stars. That's a nice one right there. Ellie De La Cruz, Stratospheric Stars. Rookie card with a gold Adam Duvall. Not a bad pack right there. Victor Scott on the gold foil. I don't see too many of those Stratospheric Stars cards, so that's a nice one. So, a Rascal, even though you didn't hit the auto or the relic, that's a nice one. Ellie De La Cruz. Keller says, no one in the Texas lineup has done much this year. Texas still somewhat competitive. Luckily, you got Jacob deGrom having a comeback player of the year type season. What's up with the Wyatt Langford? I actually thought that Wyatt Langford, because he finished last season hot, that he'd be a guy to break out this year. But that's not been the case. Some of these 2024 rookies actually are slumping a little bit. Wyatt Langford's one of them. You got some other guys like, Holiday has been average. Merrill's been great. Skeens has been freaking fantastic. Yamamoto's been freaking fantastic. I would say Jackson Chorio's been average. You could probably give him a little bit above average because he plays good defense, but I mean, that average has been in the 240s. Now it's up to the 250s. He's always a slow start. It's up to 260 now, actually. But his OPS plus is 103, meaning he's only 3% better than average. He's got a 0.8 WAR. So Chorio hasn't been doing much. But we'll see. Chorio, he's only 21 years old, just turned 21. Here's a Bronick. Ellie De La Cruz has been down a little bit. He hasn't been as good as we have hoped. His OPS has been in the 700s. Junior Camaro's another one. Cammy, he's hitting 260. He got 15 home runs. He's been good. There's Bronick right here. There's Dominguez. And Paul Skeens is in there with an Ellie De La Cruz, but still no autograph. Guaranteed one autograph, 2 relics from the boxes. Get your Paul Skeens and your Ellie De La Cruz sleeved up. I want to take my daughter to see Ellie De La Cruz. That's her favorite player. plan is to get it done either by taking her out to Cincinnati or seeing the Reds when they come back to Pittsburgh, if we're able to, if it fits into the schedule. Next up is number 64, going to Sean. Here it is. I says I'm out of town this weekend, and I'm heading to Dick's Sporting Goods House of Sports to look for cards tomorrow. Are you going to my location? There's Paul Skeen's rookie card. If you're in town, go see Paul Skeen's pitch. You might want to call ahead, though, and make sure they have cards, because I've heard that some House of Sports don't have them installed yet. There's a gold. Man, haven't hit anything yet in terms of hits. Binghamton. I actually stayed overnight at Binghamton one night in, I think it was like 2010. It was like the stopover on the way to the Hall of Fame. Binghamton, New York, some random hotel there. It's kind of a long trip for me to get to the Hall of Fame. I haven't been there for over a decade. I'd like to go back. Let's see, how long is it to the Hall of Fame for me? I just remember Binghamton being like right on the way. There's not a lot of towns in between. It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere. Let's see here. Current location to National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum. It says it's a 6-hour and 30-minute drive, and Binghamton is directly on the route about 3/4 of the way. That's why I stopped there. Here's number 65 to Chillin. I believe that 6.5 hours ended up taking me a lot longer. I don't know why. I kind of want to make that trip now. Looking at this map, I kind of want to go up there to the Baseball Hall of Fame and check it out. Probably be a good time to go before all the craziness happens with the induction this summer. We got a hit here. It's going to be Gunnar Henderson relic right there. First of the hits to be found. There's Jackson Chourio. I'll just leave that one for you. I hear there's a lot of card shops in Cooperstown. So I didn't realize Binghamton was that big of a city to have a House of Sport. That's pretty cool. Binghamton, New York. Just looks like to be probably an hour and a half north of Scranton, Pennsylvania. That would not be a bad road trip. You're having me wanting to go up there, Ross, and check it out. I mean, it's the summer. I should do some road trips now after being tied down for the last 10 months with school. Yeah, there's a lot of them. I think when I was there before, I think I was there on a Sunday, so a lot of those stores were closed. There's Yamamoto. This one's for Chillin at number 67. You got PCA in there and Chourio. And we got Jordan Lawler. We already got 2 hits. This might be a hot box. Jordan Lawler, rookie relic. 2 relics already. And there's the kid. Ken Griffey Jr. signing autos. And wouldn't that be cool to go to a game or spring training and have Ken Griffey Jr. stop by and sign your autograph? He was one of the biggest names back there in the 90s, if not the biggest. It'd be like getting Shohei Ohtani right now to stop and sign for you, or Aaron Judge. Maybe I'll ask Sophia, hey, want to go to the Hall of Fame? Take a road trip? Maybe we should take everybody. Pile all 5 kids into the car. My kids are pretty good with road trips. They're not those kids that are super annoying. The are we there yet kids that say that all the time. They wouldn't be like that. You'd probably sleep most of the time. Jackson Chourio. Next one up. Still looking for that autograph, and we got a vintage stock. That's a good hit for uncommon. It's a rookie vintage stock of Mason Wynn. We've got Miguel Sano on the gold, but no autograph. But Jackson Merrill rookie card is in there as well. Bryson Stott got a pinch hit appearance today against the newest Pirate call-up. What's his name again? Isaac Matson. Literally got the call late last night in Memphis and had to fly into town today. I was listening to his interview after the game. This young rookie pitcher has a good story. He fought his way to get into the major leagues. He actually kept the dream alive by playing independent league ball in the Frontier League, which is He played for the Washington Wild Things, which is our local Frontier League team. Costs $5 to get in. It's mostly like ex-high school and ex-college players trying to keep the dream alive. He made it the whole way back to the big leagues tonight and got the win in the game. As Andrew Heaney had something cramp up on him and could not continue. Madsen came in with a runner on third and nobody out and somehow got out of it. Henry Davis, by the way, man, I'm actually liking Henry Davis now. He's moving up my list. I might start to buy a couple Henry Davis cards. He had a home run yesterday and a home run today. He's still, the average is still 200, but he's been catching so well. Like, he was a defensive liability coming up, but now he's a great catcher. Paul Skeens actually personally requests that Henry Davis is his catcher. So, I don't know. There's now finally a glimmer of hope that the former first overall pick in the entire country might actually have some value for us. Kind of like the swing. Watching him in person the last two games. Nice, short, quick swing. Bronick's up next at number 70. Says the other day that Devin Williams pitched and didn't actually screw up for once. Devin Williams has been nothing short of fantastic in his career, so it's crazy that he's running into this. It happens to all closers, I feel like. They lose it at some point. They're either tipping pitches. We had it with David Bednar. David Bednar was lights out for a few years, an all-star closer for us. Nothing in this pack. And then was just absolutely terrible last year, and then absolutely terrible again this year until he got sent down to the minors, and now he's been back. Since he's been back, I think he's had like a 2.52 ERA, so he's maybe figured it out. Struck out the side last night, got the save tonight. So that's good. At least that's a bright spot for the Buccos. We got two left, both the Kramerica, so I think you got the auto. I think you should have the auto. Let's see. There's Ellie De La Cruz rookie debut in there. I do see some orange. It's Luke Raleigh and Ryan Stanek. Is it going to be last pack magic here? Could be. Last pack. We have not seen an autograph yet. There's one pack left on that table. To Kramerica. Order number 72, which would be the very last pack that nobody wanted. It was the very last pack. Yeah, I moved it up just to put everything in there. But order number 72 was the last one ordered. That last pack sat there and sat there. No takers, no takers. It almost didn't get sold. I would have just kept it. That would have been wild. But Kramerica decided, I'll give it a go. And it looks like it's probably going to work out for you with the autograph. Here we go. Stephen Kwan. Bingo! Joey Loperfido. There you go. You got the silver packs. So the blue Stephen Kwan, the Loperfido auto, and the Christian Scott, gold rookie. And there's Jackie right there, and Ricky with his base. So congratulations, Kramerica. You got it. We'll go ahead and get these team bagged up, and we'll get your silver packs in there as well. Make a little note here to give you the silvers. Let's check these out. 2 silver packs back here coming your way. Ross says, are we allowed to get the silver packs sealed? Yeah. Do you want them sealed? I mean, most people want to see them opened up. If you want them opened up right now, actually, if you want them sealed, let me know right now, Brian. Otherwise, I'm going to open them up. So, yeah, if you want something sealed, just let me know. Like, if you buy a box and want it sealed, I could definitely keep it sealed. Sometimes it's just easier for me to keep it sealed anyway. It saves a little bit of time throughout the night. But if you want to rip, we'll rip them. But since Ross brought that up, he says, F. Piombo says, rip them. All right, so I don't see any saying sealed, so I'm going to open them right now. Here we go. Those silver packs are really expensive. Last time I looked, they were $75. They might be $100 a piece now. I have no idea. They are really expensive. That's why these boxes keep going up too, in addition to the good rookies. Well, let's see what we got. First pack, a dud. Nothing. And, man, double dud. Sorry about that, Brian. It sometimes happens. These silver packs, if we have them in large lots, they're going to give us an amazing amount of hits. But just two. Of course, we ran into 2 dud packs right there. Sometimes happens. Yeah, I guess if we would have kept those sealed, we could have sold those. But who's to know what's inside there, you know? Unless you have one of those freaking $200,000 CT scanners that some of these big companies have. All right, next, it looks like we're doing a mixer. I get to pick the boxes. And then after that, some signature series looks like. So I'm going to put together a mixer break for you right now of some various boxes. Let's see, what would I like to see opened up? I think I want to go with a mega box of Bowman 2025. I want to go with some Bowman Inception from 2023. That has 2 autographs in it. I'd also like to see some... I love my Bowman, so 2025 Bowman. Hobby box, the Red Rookie Redemption. Put that in there. We have not seen any Boomers boxes around here in like a month or 2, so I'd like to see one of those opened up. Get a Boomers box in there. What else? I've got a little more room there. Maybe we'll go with one of those Topps Easter eggs. I got a couple cases of those remaining. Actually, you know what? Let's up it a little bit from that because those are like $15 each. Let's go with a hobby box with a guaranteed auto and get some Stadium Club in play. Stadium Club right here. Stadium Club Hobby Compact is in there as well. Guaranteed autograph in every single box. So we've got the Boomers box. Yeah, I think that's a good bit of stuff right there for the Jeb's Choice round. I'd like to break all of that. Guaranteed autograph here, guaranteed autograph here. There is 2 guaranteed autographs here. There is a pretty good chance of an autograph with this. Every other box has an auto, and there's a ton of numbered stuff in those Boomers boxes. Then we got the Mojo packs in the Mega box. So that's our next round. I'll bring up your randomizer for you right now, and this is, I think, the 3rd round of the night. We won't have a full break tonight. We'll finish it up tomorrow, but might get 4 rounds in tonight or whatever you guys want to do. So here we go. First one is live right now in this round, number 73. Good luck, everybody. And I'll get that chrome black round from the last round sorted out. If anybody wants one of those Ovechkin pucks, just let me know. I'll go ahead and create a listing for you and put it on sale. It'll be $358 for a puck, and they sell for $600. So if you're one of those folks that likes to flip stuff, it might be well worth your time. We've got Chillin taking this first one. Chillin, thank you very much. Chillin's going to be taking down the Royals, Kansas City Royals at number 73 for Chillin. Good luck with the Royals. Next one is number 74, and it's going live right now. All right, next one is going to be sold to Dan Schultz. Welcome in, Dan. Good to see you. Let's see what we can get here for Dan. Dan's going to have the Minnesota Twins in this round. So we get Minnesota on the board for Dan. Next one up is number 75. It's going live right now. Man, it's hot in this house tonight. I don't know what's going on here, but feels like it's 80 degrees in here. I might go check the air conditioning here in a second. Might also be because it's hot outside and I'm in this room with all these bright lights shining down. Uncommon's got the next one. Uncommon, thank you very much. You're going to have yourself the Yanks. Good luck with the Yankees. Dale Forever says, people are mad about not getting Pokemon cards anymore in Greensburg Target because of the what's going on at Target. Like they're not even selling them anymore? Or is it because of the 2 per person limit? All right, Steve, I'll see you tomorrow for our Sunday night breaks. Next one, number 76, is live right now. I gotta check the air conditioning. It's gotta be like 85 degrees in here. Yeah, Sophia bumped that sucker up to 78, so it's definitely warmer in here. The room I'm in is like kind of like an offshoot of the main structure of the house. So there's like 2.5 of these walls have the outside on the other side of them. Got Jimmy with the next one. Thanks, Jimmy. Jimmy is going to have the Angels. So Los Angeles. Angels are yours. Good luck with the Angels. And Dale Forever says no one can get Pokemon anymore because of the person jumping the line and the argument breaking out. They shut it all down. That's that's good, I guess. That means maybe all that stuff will be sold online. Maybe with limits, people can actually get their hands on that stuff. Here's number 77, live right now. Next spin in all of these boxes. 4 seconds left. It might be glitching out. There we go. Sometimes there's glitches and you can't get bids in. It happens usually once or twice a stream. Pokemon very much resembles what the baseball card, sports card market looked like during COVID, with people fighting over boxes and limits and all that stuff. It's not like that anymore. How's the baby boy? He's doing great. He went to his first 2 Pirates games yesterday and today, and he's 2-0. I think Sophia and I went to 5 or 6 games this year so far, including going as far as opening day in Miami, and we have not seen a win yet until this weekend. So he's brought some wins. Dan with the Padres. Good luck, Dan. And thank you very much. Here's number 78 up for grabs. He's doing good. All he does is he eats all the time. Just eats nonstop. Eats, sleeps, and goes to the bathroom. That's all he does. And then gets the hiccups like every hour. Needs burped. But that's what babies do. Trying to get him ready to go to the show. I'm going to try to get baseball into his hand as soon as possible. We've got the Blue Jays. My other kids, it was tough with them because they had an outside force trying to make them hate baseball. So I got completely undermined. Like now, here they are all older and they're starting to like baseball now. Number 79 up for grabs. Live right now. I'll tell you what, my daughter, my 13-year-old, man, she's got a good swing. She's got some pop. I think she might be able to beat me in a home run derby and whoop a ball now. Like, we were playing out in the yard the other day, and she's got the swing reminds me of myself a little bit. It's almost like, I used to have back in my day, used to have a ton of power. And she's kind of got a little bit of a Fred McGriff swing going on from the right side. Here's number 80 up for grabs with that one-armed helicopter type finish. I love it. I think she might be able to beat me in home run derby. In fact, I was thinking about potentially maybe doing a video for the River City Cards and More box, which has come in. They send us a monthly box to rip open on the channel. And I was thinking about the winner of a home run derby might get that. Because she likes cards now. She's not a huge collector, but she does like getting cards, and she loves her LA De La Cruz cards and stuff like that. I think she might be able to beat me. She could probably beat me in basketball. Now, she can't beat me one-on-one because I am 6'5" and I just take the ball to the hoop and just, she can't stop me. I can miss like 5 layups in a row, get my offensive rebound every time until I finally make it. But I feel like if I maybe put, I don't know, some rules into effect where I can't shoot inside the paint, she'd probably be able to beat me. Next one's live, number 81. It's live right now. Maybe we'll do that. Can't shoot in the paint. I gotta actually shoot shots from, a little bit outside the perimeter. I used to love playing basketball. In fact, I may have been better at basketball than baseball overall. Used to play it all the time in my late teen years. Got Dan Schultz taking this next one. Thank you, Dan. Dan Schultz got the Nationals. Right now, my daughter is training for basketball, and she has to run a mile in 7:15. So I took her on Friday. Friday was the last day I had to take them back to their moms for the weekend. But on Friday, I took her out to the park, and I had her run a mile. Dan Schultz with the Nationals. And she clocked in. It was the first time ever doing it, really. Clocked in at 8:59. And I gave her some tips. She walked 3 times. Like, she had to take some short breaks and walk. It's like, you probably cost yourself like a minute 45 with those walking breaks. So if you just don't do the walks, just trying to tell her, if you get those stitches and everything, you got to really control your breathing. I think I might start to run with her just to give her, I don't know if I can do 7:15. I don't know. I'd really have to bust my butt to do that. Here's number 82. But I was thinking about maybe trying to race her in a mile. I think that might be fun. She'd probably kick my butt, but I do think I could, because I used to run as recently as like a year ago. I can run 3 miles without stopping, but it also takes me like 30 minutes. It's like a 10-minute mile. I don't know if I could maintain an 8-point-whatever-mile-an-hour pace to get 7 minutes. The Phillies coming up next to Bradley. Phillies trying to avoid a sweep tomorrow against Paul Skeens. It's gonna be a tough task. Next one's live right now, number 83. But we'll see what happens. Paul Skeens never gets any run support, so you got that going for you. Pirates will score likely 0 or 1 runs tomorrow. Can almost take it to the bank. Next one up, going to Bones. Thanks, Bones. Number 83 for you. Also kind of sucks for the Phillies you don't have Bryce Harper. I was hoping to see Bryce Harper this weekend, but he's on the 10-day injured list. Got the St. Louis Cardinals. Number 83 going to Bones. Good luck with the Cardinals looking for Weatherholt. Next one, number 84 is live right now. White Sox Tom says we're about to sweep the Royals tomorrow. That's a good, it's a good win right there. Royals are a decent team. You never know. Any team can get hot at any time, even the White Sox or the Rockies. The Rockies just recently coming off a sweep. I think the Marlins swept the Pirates to start the season. Jimmy's got this next one. Jimmy, thank you very much. Let's see what you got here. Jimmy's going to have the Seattle Mariners. Seattle, number 84 for Jimmy. Good luck. Mariners off the board. Here's number 85 going live in this next one. The mix or break with all these different boxes. Bowman Hobby, Bowman Inception, Stadium Club. All those have autos. The Bowman Inception actually has 2 autos. The Boomers box and then the Mega box all in play. In this next round, we also have the Buyer Appreciation Program, where I don't know where I put the list at, but if you get 5 teams, it's a free hobby pack for every 5 teams that you win. There's the Atlanta Braves coming off the board to Derek. Thank you, Derek. Number 85 for you. The Bravos are yours. Next up is number 86, live right now. Steve is still around. There he is. That happens to me too, Steve, where I can't fall asleep. I've gone back to, with the new baby, I've gone back to sleeping like I did in college. I got to sleep with a freaking pillow over my face because Sophia likes to keep the light on. And I was actually thinking about it, driving home from the Pirates game last night, sitting in construction. The baby started crying, and I was like, you know what, Sophia? We pulled over, and she went and sat in the back with him, but it's like, this is the first time I think he's ever been in the dark. 5 teams overall uncommon, so it's cumulative throughout the entire night. You can actually go and check that on your order history page and count them up. Kojak's in the house. Corey, what's up? Thank you very much. You got the Brewers. Here's number 87. Yeah, so his first time in the dark was last night. We ordered a nightlight for our bedroom from Amazon. We've ordered it twice now. I think it should be in now. I don't know if she's opened it up yet. First time I opened it, or first time I ordered it with Minecraft for my son. I got Minecraft for my son for his birthday for PlayStation 5. I ordered it with an Andrew McCutcheon poster and like a framing unit. And I ordered it like 3 weeks before his birthday, and it never came in. It just said, your order is delayed. We'll have details when it ships. It was like Minecraft and the McCutcheon poster. So I figured, oh, it's probably because I don't have this McCutcheon poster, because it's kind of random. Cubs going to Kojak's. Thanks, Corey. Here's number 88. Live right now. So I went back and I ordered the Minecraft game again, and in the same order I had the nightlight and something else that Sophia wanted. And then that too never shipped. So I guess there's just an issue. There are a lot of PlayStation 5 Minecraft games. So we canceled that order too. Eventually I did get a Minecraft, just I went on eBay and bought it from some rando. And they shipped it within a few days. And man, he loves that game. He's been building worlds and stuff up there. I don't really get the appeal of Minecraft. I just sit there and build worlds, but they like it. They don't even play it on like the competitive game where monsters chase after you and stuff. They just like to build stuff. Like my daughters always like to build houses, and to build a big elaborate house and then have me sit down and show me a tour of their house. And they're like, this is my house, and this is EJ's house, and this is Elsa's house. And I built Emmylou her house. Here's number 89 going live right now. Back in the day, we had Nintendo. I think there was one game, the only game similar to that for Nintendo was called Lode Runner. I loved that game as a kid. It is the most basic game ever, but Lode Runner, you could create your own boards. Basically, you're this little 8-bit character that runs around. You had to pick up a bag of gold and pick up all the bags of gold and get to the ladder and get out of the stage before these little rando guys basically run into you and kill you. It's probably like, I don't know, 1985 or something like that. Terrible graphics, but I don't know, for some reason I liked that game. They had the level creator on that game where you can create your own level. Kojak's has the Reds. Here's number 90 up for grabs. If I had to say my favorite system of all time for video games, it would be the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES. Number 1 for me. I probably played that the most. Once I became an adult, I didn't really play many video games anymore, although I still did have like a PlayStation. I think the only games I think I did like Final Fantasy 10 as an adult, because I played Final Fantasy 7 as like a 16-year-old, 17-year-old on PlayStation 1. I like that game a lot. And then of course, pretty much nothing else except for baseball games, The Show, and stuff like that every year. Kojak says up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, BA, select, start. If you want 2-player 30 lives on Contra. Everyone knows that. Post with Texas. Here's number 91. Yeah, we had an emulator, but I think Ziggy freaking broke it. We had like a little NES that had like 600 games or something like it, and I think he chewed through all the cords. I bought it at a mall too, like a little kiosk at the mall, and it was great. And then that kiosk just disappeared. It's like the movie Big, where that like the fortune teller shows up and then you go back, it's completely gone. I actually did go back to find it and it's completely gone forever. Number 91 going to Kojaks for the Dodgers. Good luck with Los Angeles. Here's number 92 live right now. Corey says Duck Hunt set the bar. I never had Duck Hunt. We didn't get the system that came with the Duck Hunt and Mario 1 combo pack. So I think I played it like in my friend's house like once or twice. But I do remember that little bar that you had to set on top of the TV to like pick up the sensor. Habanero, you've got the Arizona Diamondbacks. Number 93 is up for grabs next. Punch Out was great. Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Which I think the farthest I ever got was the Super Macho Man, which is the guy right before Mike Tyson without cheat codes. And then, of course, Game Genie came out. And then I used Game Genie on everything for a while. Where you could, like, never get knocked out. It's the only way I was ever able to beat Mike Tyson in that game. Game Genie was like a plug-on. You just attached the game to it, and then you typed in a code and basically had unlimited lives or no damage, stuff like that. Big Club says, just got here. Welcome in. Corey's got the Arizona Diamondbacks. Still got some great teams left. Here's number 94. We got Bowman Inception with 2 autographs. Bowman Hobby from 2025 with an autograph. We've got the Stadium Club Hobby Compact with an autograph. The Boomers box, 50-50 shot on an autograph there. And also a Mega Box of 2025. Bowman. All in play, all card ship. Elias's got the next one. Elias, thank you very much. Next up, we've got the Baltimore Orioles. The O's are yours at number 94. We'll get Baltimore on the board for you. Good luck with the Orioles. We had a Jackson Holiday autograph in the first round. Here's number 95 live right now. Kojak says, those bonus packs you sent my last round were bangers. Thank you. That's awesome, man. You're welcome. Glad to hook you up. Still the record for the best ever card out of a bonus pack goes to Vince Smith with the $10,000 Wembanyama out of Allen and Ginter. I think another great card somebody pulled. Somebody pulled the Rafael Nadal autograph out of one of those as well. From one of the free packs. Kojaks with the Buccos. Good luck with the Pirates. Next one up, number 96 is live. Get the free packs. Every 5 teams you win, it's a free hobby pack sent to you, which increases your chance of a hit. And with the Heritage ones, you get those blue sparkles in there. Jimmy with the next one. Once Series 2 comes out in a week, we'll have the Series 2 freebies. I'll be giving away free hobby packs of Series 2. Guardians are coming off the board next. And number 96 to Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. Cleveland Guardians are yours. Here's number 97 live right now. Bowman Sapphire is so nice this year. Yeah, I put in for a box on Equal. I don't know if I got it or not. I don't think that I did because I don't think I saw a charge for it. Post has this next one. And it's the Tigers, Detroit at number 97. Detroit is yours. Here's number 98 up for grabs. 5 teams left, including the Oakland A's, which are a big team with 2025 Bowman. Got the Rays out there with the Giants and White Sox. I just got a comment. Somebody said, wow, I can't believe your son didn't even cry at those fireworks. I actually told Sophia at dinner tonight, I was like, Sophia, I think there's something wrong with our son. because she left and went to the bathroom, and I was holding him. And while I was holding him, I was like, all right, buddy, staring contest. And I never lose at a staring contest. He was staring right at me. And he never blinked for like minutes. And I lost to him. And I was like, Sophia, I don't think our son blinks. Like, is this an issue? Here's the Oakland A's at number 98 going to Habanero. So Habanero, thank you very much. She's like, oh, that's weird. Here's number 99 live right now. But she looked it up, and I guess newborn babies do not blink that much. On average, they blink maybe like 1 to 2 times per minute. So it's nothing to be concerned about. Kojex has got lots of low-numbered stuff. I missed out on Sterling. I didn't even see Sterling advertised, so I'm mad about that. I don't get the emails. So I also missed out on Sterling. I mean, I could get one, but I'm going to have to pay the freaking blowout price of probably 2x what they sold for on Topps website. Next one's going to Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. I mean, if they're not that jacked up, if it's not like a huge markup, I would probably buy one just to try it. I've been wanting to buy National Treasures, which came out a few weeks ago, but I just keep forgetting. Jimmy has the Tampa Bay Rays. Good luck with Tampa. 3 teams left now. It's the Giants, the White Sox, and the Marlins. Here's number 100. Up for grabs. Kojex is pretty steep. It's 2x, so they're charging double what it's sold for. I hate that so bad. That always happens with every release. They want double for it. You know, sometimes you can wait it out and it'll come down, but a lot of times that doesn't happen. Lewis with this next one. Thanks, Lewis. Lewis has the White Sox. Good luck with the Sox at number 100. Pretty diverse mixture of boxes, so we'll see how the White Sox do. And we've got 2 teams left. It's the Giants and the Marlins. Here is number 101, and it is live right now. That's what you can do, is wait a little while and see if it comes down. It happened with Heritage High Number. Heritage High Number, they were selling for $250 a box, and now it's down to, I still think they're still charging like $130 for it, or $135. But, you know, that's almost half as much as they were selling it for. But that was one of the most egregious price grabs ever by the card shops and the online dealers. They really jacked that price up. That was ridiculous. All righty, we got the Marlins off the board. Going to Jimmy. Thank you, Jimmy. And the very last team, a 100% chance of the San Francisco Giants, and they're live right now. Good luck. And Mick Swaggleball's in the lead. Now Mark Pan's in the lead. 24 bids in. We'll see who ends up with this one. Last team in here. It's going to end up going to Mick Swaggleball. Mick Swaggle, thank you very much. Got the Giants, of course. We'll go ahead and print this list out. We'll start breaking all these, and then we'll get into the next round. Get this list printed. On this Saturday night. Suppose we'll start off with the Bowman Mega box back there. Check that one out first. 5 total boxes in this round. Start off with the one that is the cheapest to buy. I think Blowout has these for $65. You can find them in the store. It's going to be about 50, I don't know, $55 for set after tax, somewhere around there. All right, there's all of our packs. RJ says, congrats on your new bundle of joy. Have a good night. Thanks, man. Yeah, he's a good little guy. He's been doing really well tonight. I haven't heard him cry once. Last night he only woke up one time, so we are hoping that maybe soon he can start sleeping through the night. That's going to be a big quality of life improvement. Jack Caglione right there. Jacob Wilson. Got to sleeve up Jacob Wilson. Probably going to be the Rookie of the Year in the American League this year. Ronald Acuña's back. I think he's up to like 4 home runs already. And here's the good stuff. Ando says, do you play the show? I do not. We've got a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation 5. Both hooked up, but I don't have the show for either. We got Christian Moore numbered to 199 in there for the Angels. Probably should get it. I haven't played the show since probably last time I played the show was July of 2023. It's pretty crazy. I used to have fun playing the show. It was a really fun time. I miss it. I was always a super aggressive base runner. Granted, I was playing against, like, you know, what, like 9 and 11-year-olds, but it was always fun. Let's go ahead and check out the Stadium Club box next. I don't know if my kids would be interested in MLB The Show. Maybe Olivia would be. Yeah, one of my highest ever videos. In fact, I think my most viewed video on my YouTube channel is when I just randomly hit every batter just to see what would happen. Like, you know, your pitcher gets thrown out of the game, but what if you continue to hit every single batter? Habanero says 9 to 11-year-olds kick my butt routinely in the show. That's because they probably play it all the time. Oh yeah, for sure. If I got on and played some of you online right now on the show, it would be an embarrassment. I'd be thrown to the wrong base and everything. Like, I'd like forget how to like run to the next base. It'd be a comedy of errors for sure. It's been a couple years. All right, here's Stadium Club. There's a guaranteed auto in here. Hope it's a good one. What was like the photography from Stadium Club? There's Livan Soto, and I think that's going to be the auto. Yes, indeed. Livan Soto for the Angels is our autograph. Not a big name, unfortunately, but we'll see what else we got. Riley Green rookie card is in there. Anthony Rizzo Chrome. I guess, I don't know if we're ever going to see Anthony Rizzo again. He did not want to come back and play for the minimum, so. Wow, a second autograph. This one's to 50 on the Shane McClanahan, and we've got Miguel Vargas of now the White Sox. That's unexpected to get 2 autos in the Hobby Compact. I don't know if that's happened before. So Miguel Vargas and Livan Soto are the 2 autographs right there. Jose Abreu, I think, actually finally retired, didn't he? Is it official yet, or is he still, like, out there, kind of like in the wind? I thought that he was done, but maybe I'm wrong. I know Evan Longoria finally hung it up officially. He hasn't played in, like, over a year, but he finally officially retired. But, yeah, I thought Abreu was done. Last saw him with the Astros. The writing was on the wall for him, like, what, a year or 2 ago when he... It was like June 1st. He had like still 0 home runs. Former MVP, though, of the 2020 season. There's a Volpe rookie card. And Bob Gibson. Let me see if we got some info on Jose Abreu. Is he retired for sure? It isn't officially over, according to Google AI. Although he's highly unlikely to play again this season, he was released in the Astros in June of 2024 and has been signed to play in winter ball. There's no indication he'll play. So this is old info. No indication he'll play in the majors again in 2024. So yeah, I think he's probably done. He's up there in his late 30s, and you know, didn't have much success for the Astros. But Jose Abreu is a guy, if he would have appeared in the big leagues maybe a few years earlier in his career. Wow, his last year only at 124. That's pretty terrible. But if he could have maybe appeared a little bit earlier in his career, maybe he could have racked up some more stats to potentially be a Hall of Famer. If you look at his, like, he played in, I don't know why he didn't play in the big leagues. He was playing for the Cienfuegos of the, what even league is this? Oh, Cuba. So yeah, in Cuba, you're stuck. Cuba doesn't let you go. You have to basically escape under the, you know. And once you do escape, you're never allowed back. So Jose Abreu will probably never see his, like, grandma or whoever's over there. His family members still in Cuba. But he was great in the Cuban National Series. Man, he would hit like 30, 33, 35 home runs, but that would be in like 60, 70 games. If he could have played a full career, maybe, you know, add maybe an extra, 6 seasons on, 30 home runs. Could have been a 400 home run bat. Maybe gets him into the Hall of Fame someday, but I don't know. As it is now, his career is pretty much done and not a Hall of Famer for sure. Here we go with the Boomers box. There's lots of numbered cards in these Boomers boxes. Him and Moncada. Luis Robert is from Cuba as well. Luis Robert got out, luckily for him, early in his career. Same thing with Aroldis Chapman. I think Aroldis Chapman was on like a hit list. Like when he escaped Cuba, like he owes somebody like a bunch of money. I remember seeing a documentary about that. So I don't think he can ever go back to Cuba, or his life would be in danger. Jackson Merrill rookie card. These Boomers boxes are loaded with good rookies and numbered stuff. There's a Big Mac. Cecil is no fielder. It's a subtle dig at how terrible of a fielder Cecil was by Chris Berman. There's Jackson Chourio. Eric Davis is numbered to 50. Oh, was that Yasiel Puig? Maybe that's who it was. I think you're right. Mark Eve of Destruction. That was Yasiel Puig that escaped, and that was money. There's Aaron Judge, numbered to 149. Eric the Red Davis. Pete Crow Armstrong. I think maybe it was Chapman the one that escaped over from a hotel in like Europe somewhere. I don't even know where it was. There's Jackson Merrill, rookie card. Bo Diddley Jackson. Kyle Schwarber, he had a home run today. He's up to 20. Kyle Schwarber is going to be an interesting guy for the Hall of Fame because he's probably going to have, he might be a 500 home run bat. There's 75 out of 75. Ryan Sandberg and Mike Rainbow Trout in there as well. I'll get those sleeved up for you. Schwarber's a guy that's like the equivalent of Dave Kingman. Who, Dave Kingman played in the 70s and 80s. Kyle Schwarber doesn't have the average, but definitely has the power, and is a good on-base guy too. His career OPS plus is 125, 300 career home runs, and he's only 32, so he could easily get to 500 if you give him 30 home runs a year for even just 6 more years. That'll basically get him there. But he's a 231 career hitter. So, 231 career hitter. He's terrible defensively. 17 career WAR. That'll be interesting to have a 500 home run bat not in the Hall of Fame. That's not a steroid guy. Like, there's some guys that have over 500 career home runs, like Rafael Palmeiro, Barry Bonds, and so on, that Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire. But they're not in the Hall of Fame because of the PED suspicions. But Kyle Schwarber, obviously never did PEDs. These guys are tested regularly. All-American guy there, but yeah, 231 average. And you got to expect by the end of his career, it's only going to be lower than that. Because, in the usually in the twilights of their careers, these batters, their averages go down. Let's do the Bowman box next. So if Kyle Schwarber has a career line of 550 career home runs and a 227 average, does he get into the Hall of Fame? Probably not, which would be kind of crazy. Because it used to be if you had 500 home runs, it was a rubber stamp. You're in the Hall of Fame. I think before the steroid guys, there was never a player that got the 500 home runs that did not get into the Hall of Fame. Dave Kingman was close. I think he had like 470. I don't even know. Let's look him up. Dave Kingman, 1971, 1986, 442 for Dave Kingman. Man, his stats are almost identical to Schwarber. 17.3 WAR, 442 home runs because he played longer, but the average is going to be where Schwarber is. 236. He was a 3-time All-Star. So had the power, stayed in the league for a long time, 442 career home runs. I don't know if I can ever see the stats on his Hall of Fame candidacy, but man, home runs. He led the league twice, 48 home runs in 79. And when he hit 48 home runs, he was actually pretty good. He had a 288 batting average that year, which is really good. But he finished 11th in MVP voting. That's pretty crazy. He led the league in slugging. He led the league in home runs. He led the league in OPS. And he finished 11th in MVP voting. Keith Hernandez and Willie Stargell tied for first place. Dave Kingman got 53 votes. Stargell and Hernandez tied with 216. But look at the stats. Man, Keith Hernandez deserved that one so much over Willie Stargell. I mean, I like Willie Stargell. Keith Hernandez had a 7.6 WAR. Willie Stargell had a 2.5 WAR that season. Keith Hernandez hit 344 that year. Willie Stargell hit 281. And they tied for the MVP. And actually, Stargell got more first-place votes than Keith Hernandez. The difference was Hernandez only had 11 home runs, and Stargell had 32. But looking over that, man, I can't believe Dave Kingman didn't fare better. It's always interesting to go back and compare players in past eras. Yeah, White Sox Tom, definitely. The Wizard, Ozzie Smith, only famous for the backflips and the fielding. His fielding was crazy. Definitely is a place in the Hall of Fame for all types of different players, not just the home run hitters. You got the guys that hit for average, the guys that are more glove only, and the big boy power hitters. And then you got the guys that can do it all. Carlos Delgado had 473 home runs, batted 280. He's not in the Hall, and he never will be either, says Brett. Yeah, same thing with another guy like Lou Whitaker deserves to be in. But I think there's a rule, and it needs to be changed, that if you did not get 5% of the vote by the writers, you are never eligible to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, if you don't get 5%, you never get the chance to go in front of those veterans committees with 12 people on it. Usually it's former players that will decide if you should get in or not. And, you know, Dave Parker just got put in, Dick Allen and Jim Cott and guys every year get put in off of that committee. It's not fair that Lou Whitaker can't get a second look. Dale Murphy's going to get a second look. Don Mattingly will get a second look. Some of those guys are getting third and fourth looks because they come on those committees every now and again. Barry Bonds will probably get another look down the road. It all depends on who's on that committee. Like Harold Baines, I mean, he got in because Tony La Russa was on that. I think Tony La Russa was on that Veterans Committee and a bunch of La Russa's buddies. And he basically just said, look, you got to vote for Harold Baines or else. There's Jared Sundstrom. At least that's what I remember hearing. There's a lot of sympathetic ties to Harold Baines on his committee, so he got lucky. There's Jacob Wilson. But he's a Hall of Famer now. Can't take that away from him. There's Sung Chae Cheng. We got a red rookie redemption of Roki. Probably not going to win the Rookie of the Year because he's been hurt. Who knows when he's going to come back. Baines wasn't that bad, says White Sox Tom. There was guys that were definitely better than him that aren't in the Hall of Fame. I think we can agree on that. Harold Baines never won an MVP award. His career WAR was 38.7, which is like lower than, you know, even guys like Andrew McCutcheon. He did have 384 home runs, which is decent. I'll give him that. 289 average was decent. His highest MVP finish was 10th. He only had 4 years where he even got any MVP votes. He was a 5-time All-Star, though. So I always thought that Harold Baines was very good, but I wouldn't have voted for him for the Hall of Fame. But he got in, so, hey, And if I see a Harold Baines autograph, I get excited because he's a Hall of Famer. Can't take that away. I don't know if there's ever been a Hall of Famer that's been in the Hall of Fame and then has been kicked out. The 80s was a hard era for home run hitters. Yeah, there weren't a lot of big time home run numbers in the 80s. If you had like 30 something, that was usually good enough to lead the league. There's a couple years there, like 87, you had Dawson and McGuire hit 49, but most of the time the home run leader was in the 30s. Oh, a lot more small ball, a lot of bunting, a lot of sacrifice bunts, definitely a lot of hit and runs. That was some great baseball back in the 80s. And the pitchers batting. I don't even know if there. When's the last time you saw a double switch? Remember the double switch? There's Roki Sasaki. There's J.J. Weatherholt, where you take your pitcher out and insert a batter for your pitcher and then put a pitcher in for a position player and have the position player play the position of the player that just came. It was, man, people that haven't been around have no idea what a double switch is. They don't even do that anymore. They would do that based off of like who's coming up in the lineup and stuff like that. There's Donald Joseph. Like if, say it's like the 8th inning and let's say D'Angelo Ortiz just made the last out in like the 8th inning and the pitcher spot might be due up. You take him out of the game. You put the pitcher in for him and then you put the position player in for the pitcher in the lineup. There's Ashley Andujar. Yeah, DH killed off the double switch. It was a smart move. Like, who wants to have the pitcher like coming up in the late innings? So they were always double switching back in the day. It would really make your lineup card messy. If you ever sat at a baseball game and kept an actual lineup card, those things would get filled up with those double switches and all those moves. But now, like, you go to a game, you might not even need to make a substitution in the lineup. It's like American League ball now. Just list your 9 guys, and all 9 guys pretty much stay in the game the entire time. Here's the rest of this Bowman box. I used to like keeping a score. When I was a kid, I used to keep score at the games. Little scorebook. You used to be able to buy a scorecard. I don't know if you can still do that. For like $1, you buy a scorecard. You open it up. There's like a Xerox page inside with the entire rosters of each team and their numbers. I used to think that was pretty cool. I used to get that when I'd go to the games. Back when I was like, I don't know, 11, 12. The good old days before nowadays, like nobody keeps score. You just open up the MLB app on your phone and just look at the box score. Here's the last stack. There's an app for that now. Yeah, there's an app for everything. I saw Kim right there. We've got a Jared Sundstrom numbered to just 10 right there. That's great. Big Club says, I don't like the Ghost Runner one bit. Oh, yeah, the Ghost Runner just ruins things. Like, it's not even, like, very, very fun anymore for the extra innings. Like, part of extra innings was, you know, if you got anybody on base at all, that was like, man, that's a big deal. And I always loved, like, you know, it's like midnight and I see there's a game on the East Coast. It's in the 15th inning. I'm tuning in and watching it to see how far they can go. There's our autograph. It's Edglin Perez. It's going to the Yankees. Edglin Perez first, Bowman. Roki's in there as well. Still should sleeve him. Despite him being injured, he might be a guy whose cards drop off a little bit that maybe you want to pick up. But maybe also you want to wait and see what that injury is and how serious it's going to be. Hopefully he's not a guy that's going to need Tommy John surgery. Seattle's hitting hard in this box. It says Kojaks. Yeah, the Mariners. Who's got the Mariners? Jimmy. Good job, Jimmy. 9 out of 10. That's let me get that one top loaded up too, because it's a first Bowman and it's out of 10. So that could be worth some good money, especially if he ends up being good, even though he's a 10th round pick. It's tough to come around those out of 10 hits. We've got the last box in this round. It's the Bowman Inception box. It has 2 autographs. we'll see what we can do here with Bowman Inception. And then take a look at the poll. The next one is Signature Series. 2 autographs per box here with Inception. We've got good old Brady House starting it off with Justin Crawford, William Bergoya. First auto, there's 2 autos in here. The first is going to be for the Reds. It's Carlos Jorge to 250, and the second is Chase DeLauder. Chase DeLauder is a former first-round pick by the Cleveland Guardians. So that's a nice hit right there, getting a first-rounder auto. Let's see how he's doing recently. He hasn't made the big leagues yet. Got drafted a couple years ago. And let's see where he's at in his trek to the big leagues. He's 23 years old. He is a top 100 prospect, which is great. That's another thing you look for value. If they're a top 100 prospect, he's on all 3 lists: Baseball America, Major League Baseball, and Baseball Prospectus. A top 100 prospect, first-round pick. And this year, he has been injured. He's only hitting 180 with 3 home runs. So he's been dealing with some injuries. Last card is Leandro Arias for the Baltimore Orioles. He only played in 16 total games, 50 at-bats. So that 180, could take that with a grain of salt, especially because last year, what did he do last year? He hit 261 with an 841 OPS, which is decent. So top 100 prospect, we'll see. Hopefully Chase DeLauder can make it to the big leagues within the next, probably, 23, probably looking at the next year. All right, let's get into the Signature Series next. I'll end that poll with the Signature Series. Let's get a case of that. Where's that case at? We wiped out the 2023s before. I've got the 2024s now. Whole brand new case of these bad boys. And the way the Signature Series works is it's personal boxes. So you get to keep whatever cards in there. I ship it off to you tomorrow, or it'll be Monday since the post office is closed tomorrow. But if you get a Hall of Famer, I give you a free hobby pack. If you get a 1 of 1, I gave you an additional free hobby pack. So you can get 2 free hobby packs. Or, if you'd like, you can trade the 2 free hobby packs for a silver pack from 2020 Topps. If you'd like to go after the silver packs, we've got those for you. So these are all 2024. This is the most recent release of Signature Series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All from this case. Brand new case. You can pick which box you'd like. Again, if you get a 1 of 1, it's a free hobby pack from 2025. If you get a Hall of Famer, free hobby pack. If it's a 1 of 1 Hall of Famer, it's 2. If you hit the double bonus, you can trade that for a silver pack if you'd like. And yeah, of course, you get to keep whatever card you get out of this. 1 encased autographed card per box that is a retired player. It'll be a mixture of former stars, former all-stars, former good players, and former Hall of Famers. First one is going live. These boxes are going to be $115, which is actually less than what they sell for on blowout cards. Blowout cards they sell for $120. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think I bought this case when they were $110 a box. So, I mean, Whatnot's taking 13%, so I got to raise it just a little bit to try to cover some of that. 2024 Signature Series, 1 encased autograph card. Yeah, I just looked right now. They're $2,400 a case, $120. All right, so here we go. And then we got the bonuses, too, with this. So you can get more value in your box if you get a 1 of 1 or a Hall of Famer. First one's live right now. Pick your box. 1 to 10 if you win. The Signature Series game with 2024 Signature Series. And our first one up is going to be for Corey at number 103. Thanks, Corey. Corey is going to take box number 3. 1, 2, 3. It's right here. Put that there. Go ahead and replace it in the lineup with another box from the case. And we'll see what we have in the first one out here. Just love Signature Series. I really hope they don't get rid of this product. We have not seen any news of this for 2025 yet. And usually active players out in like January. Retired usually comes out in August. Well, I see a name here. It's going to be, you might recognize him from his sons, Jackson Holiday and Ethan Holiday. Ethan Holiday may be the number 1 overall pick this year. It is Going to be Matt Holliday, former multiple-time All-Star. It's numbered 7 of 40. Matt Holliday starts it off in his Cardinals uniform. Really, really great for the Rockies and the Cardinals. And also is pretty good for the Yankees for a little bit. Matt Holliday, unfortunately, just didn't quite play long enough, I think, to get the Hall of Fame. But 300 career hitter, 299. 316 career average, or 316 home runs, 299 career batting average, OPS plus of 132, career WAR of 44. He's a guy that did not make the Hall of Fame, but if he would have played age 38, it was pretty much it for him. And after age 34, he never put up a WAR better than 0.7. So if he could have maybe just extended that career a little bit more, maybe he ends up in the Hall of Fame. But a very good player there. Kojaks gets the Matt Holliday. And who knows, maybe down the line, one of the committees says, oh, 299 hitter, 44 WAR. I mean, let's put you in the Hall of Fame because Dave Parker's in the Hall of Fame. Dave Parker was a guy that took years to get in the Hall of Fame. Dave Parker's career WAR is only 40. Dave Parker has a worse batting average, a worse OPS plus, and less home runs than Matt Holliday. Actually, Dave Parker's got him beat by like 20 home runs. But Matt Holliday's killing Dave Parker. Matt Holliday, career OPS, 889. Dave Parker, career OPS, 810. Career slugging, Matt Holliday, 510. Dave Parker, 471. The big difference between these two is Dave Parker's got an MVP. Matt Holliday does not. They're both 7 times All-Stars, but it's really interesting to compare players to see. Maybe Matt Holliday does get in down the line. But Matt Holliday's our first one. Next box, going live. Hall of Fame voters are a joke sometimes. I know it's pretty crazy. HMK says, hey, I didn't get my free pack from the last Find the Auto Friday. Really? I'm usually pretty good with that. I'll have to see. It depends on was it teams? Did you buy 5 teams? Sometimes, like if you just buy like a pack, that doesn't count. Like if you bought like a $5 pack, or if you, like sometimes people buy like the flash sales, those don't count. It's teams, but I can look into it for you if you want me to. I'll go ahead and take your name down, HMK, and then I'll put it in with your next order. HMK Baseball. And that was from last Find the Auto Friday. So last Friday would have been, if today's June 7th, so what was that? May 30th? I'll go look into that. I can go back to that show and see exactly what you bought. Because usually I see what you got. You pulled a 1-of-1 auto from this? That's pretty nice. Oh, you pulled a 1-of-1 auto. Oh, I see. I thought you had like a buyer appreciation. So I owe you a free pack. So say no more. I'll just go ahead and send you a free $5 pack with your next purchase. Free pack. I'm usually pretty good with those free packs I give away. I give away like literally cases and cases and cases worth of packs over the course of. I like all my Series 1 packs were almost all giveaways because I had 10 cases and I didn't do a ton of breaks with the hobby boxes, which means I gave most of them away. But anyway, here's our next one going live right now, number 115. Going live right now. Matt Holliday, the first one out. See, the second one is here with the Signature Series case. Kojaks has this next one, number 104. So Corey, go ahead and pick another box. Let's see what we can do here. Number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here it is. Go ahead and replace that with another one. In the lineup. All right. Love the George Brett's on the front of the box. For a long time, George Brett didn't get any love from the hobby at all. At least from Topps. He was never on the front of boxes. He was never really put in the sets. But pretty cool he's on the front of the box. He was also on the front of 2025 Tribute this year. All right, next up, we've got Cecil Fielder, numbered to 69. Former home run king of 1990. Cecil Fielder, who, you know, he's another guy that was really, really good. 314 career home runs, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But not a Hall of Famer. Definitely lost some years when he went to Japan. And he was really good in Japan. And the Tigers saw that and said, hey, come on back, buddy. And then he does come on back, and he ends up popping off 51 home runs. in 1998. And he led the league the next year, too, with 44 in 1991. He was the big home run hitter there. And he finished runner-up in the MVP both seasons. Second in MVP in 90 and 91. So, man, if he had 2 MVPs under his belt, that would have given him quite a considerable amount of clout. Of course, those were his 2 best years. After that, his body type was not very good. So he would start to break down a little bit. I remember him with the Yankees, part of the Yankees dynasty in 96 through 98. I guess it looks like 96, 97 he was with them. All right, they're back. So free pack. I'm going to go ahead and write free pack on your name tag. So remember to grab one of those out of that case downstairs when I ship that. There we go. There's our first Hall of Famer out of the 3 boxes we've opened so far. I like Andre Dawson's signature too. I looked up his house, by the way. I'm in a Facebook group where they post players' addresses, creepily enough, for through the mail autos. You can send them cards and they will sign your card and send them back. I was like, Andre Dawson, I wonder how he's living. So you can just type in his address and see the house. And man, he's got like a $4 million house down in Florida. Pretty nice. Here's the next one. Number 106 up for grabs. Of course, I think he bought it in like 1992. It tells you that too. So real estate definitely has appreciated a ton in Florida since then. Number 106 is live right now in the Archive Signature Series game, where if you find the Hall of Famer, you get a free hobby pack. Yeah, Delgado will never be able to get in the Hall of Fame because of those dumb rules. We got this one going to Wetwork at number 106. Thanks, Wetwork. Unfortunately, it's telling me your payment has failed at number 106. So I got your name on a name tag here, and I'll go ahead and get you a box as soon as that payment clears. But like I said, since I paid like $110 a box, I can't just open one and then risk that payment never coming through. They're 120 piece on blowout cards. There we go. You got it. Now you can pick which box you like. You can pick a number from 1 to 10. And we'll see if you picked wisely. Hopefully you do. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's this one right here. Go ahead and replace that one in the lineup from this case. Alrighty. Had the 85 Dawson, a Hall of Famer last box. Let's see who we've got this one. We're going to have not a Hall of Famer, but a lot of people liked Jimmy Rollins a lot in the 2000s, especially like 2007 when he was at his peak. Jimmy Rollins, former World Series champion right there, and also a former MVP. So, and Jimmy Rollins, a guy that if he could have just been a little bit better of a hitter, I mean, looking at his stats, he had a 47.9 WAR, that's borderline Hall of Fame. Like we said earlier, Dave Parker got in with a 40. Harold Baines had like a 38 and got in. Jimmy Rollins, despite the MVP, 3-time All-Star, 4-time Gold Glove Award winner, 1-time Silver Slugger, World Series champion. I think his OPS plus is just hurting him. It's only 95, which means as a, looking at that means he's 5% worse than an average batter. And he was a guy that hit the age of 30. And then if you looked at his career average in his 30s, his career average in his 30s was probably like 240 something. Like it was pretty low. Like 250, 243, 268, 250, 252, 243, 224, 221. Really, really good there in his 20s. And had the MVP season in 2007. He's a guy that kind of reminds me a little bit of Ryan Howard. Both guys who were so good in their 20s and then just kind of broke down. Howard especially broke down. White Sox Tom says he's a broadcaster on TBS now. So who knows? Maybe someday he gets into the Hall of Fame by committee. I would probably doubt it with the 95 OPS plus because that is pretty low. But he was a really good player. Played solid defense. I don't see any negative defensive WAR ratings except for his last season and his very, very rookie year, which is limited playing time. But Jimmy Rollins off the board. Thank you very much. Wetwork. Here's number 107 going live next with Signature Series. From this case, you can choose one of the 10 boxes on the screen. Next one's live right now. Jimmy Rollins. It's always fun doing these too because we can kind of like look into these former players and kind of do a little bit of a, not a deep dive, but a surface level dive and just look at maybe why they're not a Hall of Famer and if they have any chance of getting it eventually down the road. Kojaks, Corey's got the next one. Thank you very much, Corey. Give me a number from 1 to 10. Dealer's choice. All right. Well, I don't like that pressure, so I'm going to let the chat pick. Choose for Corey. 1, 2. We'll let you pick the box. 3. It's going to be in your poll. 4, 5. I can only do, we'll do the first 5. We'll let them pick from the first 5. It only lets me do 5 choices. So we'll let them pick. And we'll leave it up there for like a few seconds. Looks like 56% want box number 3. All right, so here we go. Corey, 1, 2, 3. This one's yours. Let's see if the chat picked well for you. All righty. I really hope this is a Hall of Famer, or at least a 1 of 1. Even if it was like, Cocoa Crisp 1 of 1. We'll take that. Oh my gosh. Chat, you picked the worst possible box. This is like a dagger in my heart every time I see this guy come out. I would say this is even worse than Dave Magadan or Mike Lieberthal, which sometimes would pop up in other years of Signature Series. Any guesses on who it's going to be? If you guys have watched Signature Series before, there's one guy in particular that stands out as a why the blank is he in there? Did anyone get it yet? It's Brandon Inge, who is a career OPS plus of 82, which means he's 18% worse than an average Major League player. His career on-base percentage was 301, which most of the time you wouldn't even be in the big leagues with 301. It's numbered 35, 19 or 18 of 35. Brandon Inge, literally probably going to be the worst card in the case. I'm sorry, Corey. I wish that we would have had a better one for you. Brandon freaking Inge. That's the one big pitfall in the checklist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I just want to make sure there's still 10 out there. All right, next one is going live next. Number 108 in Signature Series. And it's going live right now. So you usually get a hobby pack every time you pull them. Yeah, the Brandon Inge. That's just one that I don't know why they have him on the checklist. There's other guys, too, that they throw in there. Like, I guess they got to balance out all the Hall of Famers. You can't have Hall of Famers coming out every box. Otherwise, these boxes would be selling for, like, $300 a piece, and then maybe they don't want that to happen. All right, Corey's go with number 10. There we go. Let's get him something positive here. Nix's, I guess, is better than a Wander Franco. Yeah, every now and then we still pull Wander Franco autographs from if we're doing like a 2022 or 2023. I did a 2019 Bowman Jumbo box, I think 2 months ago for Throwback Thursday, and the big hit was a Wander Franco numbered auto out of their first Bowman too, which would have been worth a ton back in the day. It's a decent card here. Paul O'Neill, 1953 tops. Paul O'Neill is good. Not a Hall of Famer, but he was voted in to the Yankees Hall of Fame. He's out in Monument Park, if I'm not mistaken. He's got a plaque out there, so that's pretty cool. Paul O'Neill, part of all those teams. Not a Hall of Famer, but he was definitely way better than Brandon Inge. Had a 120 OPS plus, an 833 OPS, which is very respectable. 288 career average, over 2,000 career hits. And who knows, maybe someday he will get voted in to the Hall of Fame like Dave Parker. He's slightly below Dave Parker in terms of WAR by 2. He also doesn't have an MVP like Dave Parker did or a Silver Slugger. But Paul O'Neill was very, very good. So he's probably in the Hall of very, very good. I kind of agree with that. I would be surprised if he gets in the Hall of Fame, but I really liked Paul O'Neill during that time frame, watching those Yankees teams of the 90s. Paul O'Neill was a gamer. He was gritty, and I liked him a lot. So, Corey, thank you very much. Next one up is number 109 in the Signature Series, and it's going live next. Mas Grande's in the lead on this one. Mas Grande has it. Thank you very much, Moss Grande. Let's see what we can do for you. Number 1 and 9. Give me a number from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10 out there. Number 1, the very first box. I don't think anyone's picked this one yet. It's been sitting there the entire round. Let's see how it goes. Good luck, Moss Grande. Alrighty, we have for you. Hey, Hall of Famer Harold Baines. There we go. We were just talking about him earlier. Harold Baines sitting in box number 1. The 1977 number 1 overall draft pick right there, Harold Baines. And a good pick by the White Sox as he would go on to become a Hall of Famer. You know, despite naysayers like me every now and again who question his stats, can't take it away that he is a Hall of Famer. Number to 21, 10 of 21. So Moss Grande gets a free pack. Going to go ahead and write your name on it. And make that little notation to send you a free pack along with Corey. Both of you two have hit the Hall of Famer so far. All right, next one up, number 110, is going live right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 boxes out there. You pick which one you want. We'll get all these shipped out to you on Monday morning. We'll be back tomorrow with some more breaks. For the Sunday night breaks will be as scheduled. Corey's got number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, here we go with this next one for Corey. See if we can improve upon that Paul O'Neill that we had in the last box for you. This one, it's going to be Torrey Hunter is another borderline guy. Really good player. Really good defensively out there. It kind of reminds me a bit of Andrew Jones, except the kind of like the American League version of Andrew Jones. Torrey Hunter, it's going to be a number to 51. He had 353 career home runs, and his career WAR is 50.6. I mean, 50.6 usually is good enough to be in. Like we said earlier, Dave Parker only had a 40. 9-time Gold Glove winner, 5-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger. What's the difference between him and Andrew Jones? Andrew Jones had more homers at 434, and Andrew Jones' career WAR was better with 62. Also, Jones had some beat by 1 in Gold Gloves. They're both 5-time All-Stars, though. And, Jones with 434 to Torrey Hunter's 353 career home runs. Although Torrey Hunter's got Jones crushed in hits. Torrey Hunter had 2,452 career hits, 2,400 career hits. Andrew Jones didn't even get to 2,000, 1933. Also, Torrey Hunter's got about the same OPS plus as Andrew Jones, 110 to 111. So I think that Jones will get in someday. I don't know if that's going to help Torrey Hunter maybe along the way, as I feel like Hunter and Jones are close. I do think Jones is probably just a tad bit above Torrey Hunter, just a little bit. Their stats are so similar. Some of the counting stats are better for Hunter. He's got Jones beat in RBIs. He's got him beat in runs. He's got him beat in stolen bases. He's actually 6 points behind him in on-base percentage. A little bit behind him in slugging percentage, but very, very similar to Andrew Jones. And I do think Andrew Jones will get in very soon. And then, I don't know, maybe Torrey Hunter's a guy that gets in down the line. But a 50.6 career WAR is decent. Definitely a borderline Hall of Famer. And you never know, because these guys that are borderline Hall of Famers do get into the Hall of Fame after some tries. Like Dick Allen got into the Hall of Fame. He had a 56 career WAR. So I always love to see these guys. And Torrey Hunter will probably be on a veterans committee somewhere along the line, somewhere in the future. I wonder if I could see on Baseball Reference has everything. I wonder if they ever have the Hall of Fame voting percentage. I feel like they should have that somewhere on here. They have everything else. I'd love to see when he fell off the ballot. There it is. He was on the ballot 5 times. His first year on the ballot, he got 9.5%. You know what? He's still going to be on the ballot. He's going to be on the ballot next year. He's a guy that's year after year retaining his support. 9.5%, 5.3, 6.9, 7.3. It came dangerously close last year of falling off the ballot. He had 5.1% last year. If you get less than 5%, you're off the ballot, and then you have to rely on the Veterans Committee to put you in down the road. But he's a guy, another guy, borderline Hall of Famer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll add one more. Make it 10. Yeah, Andrew Jones came up when he was like 18. Definitely. All right, number 111 is up for grabs next. Going live right now. I bet if I saved this case and we reopen all these boxes, like, I don't know, 20 years from now, we'd have a lot more Hall of Famers in here. Kojak says the next one. Corey, thank you very much. This time number 2, 1, 2. Here it is. There is only 2 boxes left in the case outside of what's on the screen. So let's see what we have at number 111, box number 2. Big Club says, also, guys, Jones homered in his first 2 at-bats in the World Series at just age 19. Yeah, he was so good, but he just flamed out. Like, I don't know what happened. He, like, went to the Dodgers and he showed up super fat. Remember that? He got all fat. And he was, like, 30 years old. He still had, like, 10 years in front of him, but really got real sluggish and slow. It's one offseason. He's just he put on, like, 50 pounds. Here we have, there we go, the Goose. Goose Gossage, Hall of Famer right there. What a great looking card that is. It is a free agent insert card of some kind. 40 free agent from 2015 Topps. I've never seen that card before. That's pretty cool. Goose Gossage, numbered to 25. So a free pack for Corey and another Hall of Famer. Goose Gossage, you know, kind of blazing the way. Back then, when Goose Gossage pitched, closers would pitch multiple innings to get the save. And Goose Gossage, I always loved listening to him talk. Like in interviews, he is a guy that, you know, don't listen to him with your kids around because he's got quite a mouth on him. But 9-time All-Star, also Rolaids relief winner, World Series winner, career saves of 310. And you look at some of these earned run averages in his prime, 0.77 in 1981. That's pretty crazy, pretty wild. Led the league in saves 3 times. And he pitched until he was 42. I remember like having like a 1993 select card of him in like an Oakland A's uniform. So Goose Gossage, 41, career WAR, which is, you know, it's not always easy to pile up the WAR when you're a relief pitcher that pitches like 50 games a season. So that's pretty decent. Goose Gossage. At one time, they tried to make him a starter. In 1976, he was a starter. He pitched 224 innings as a starter and went 9-17. 9 wins, 17 losses. The ERA is still respectable at 3.94, but just didn't have the success. And only struck out 135 batters in 224 innings. That's a strikeout per 9 ratio of 5.4. The next year, they said, all right, Goose, go try to be a closer and, you know, throw that crazy splitter that you got and all that stuff. And his strikeouts per 9 basically doubled to 10.2. And he went from 9-17 with 3.94 to 1.62 ERA. And that was with the Buccos in 1977. So the Pirates were the ones. You can blame the Pirates. He only played 1 year for the Pirates, but you can give the Pirates credit for making him a closer. You know, after that, he was a closer full time. Otherwise, maybe he would have stayed with the White Sox. They would have continued to run him out there as a starter, and he would have just been an average starter in his career. But, man, good stuff right there. The Goose. Yeah, Dennis Eckersley is another guy that started off as a starter. So we've got 10 more boxes left on the table. Next box going live. Number 112 is live right now. You also had guys like, remember Adam Wainwright? He was tried out as a closer. John Smoltz was a closer. Those guys had successes in the closing role too. John Smoltz was a guy, and Adam Wainwright. Those guys are really interesting because they had great success at both closing and starting. Good old John Smoltz. He actually led the league in saves with 55. Man, I didn't realize John Smoltz was a closer this long. He had 3 years of being a closer. So he basically blew out his arm in 2000. He didn't play in 2000. And when he came back, he was a closer. And he was 4 seasons as a closer. And then he went back to being a starter again. He was just as good once again. John Smoltz, what a great career that is. 55 saves in 2002 for John Smoltz. Maybe we'll find a John. I hope we find a John Smoltz in this next box. We'll see. This next one is going to Kojaks. Thank you, Corey. Go ahead and give me a number from 1 to 10. Number 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here it is. Box number 8. I'll go ahead and put another box out. There's only one more box left in the case outside of what's on the screen. Let's see. Oh, I like this guy, but I'm biased. Jason Kendall. Jason Kendall, numbered to 20 right there. Jason Kendall was a guy that probably, if he would have played maybe a few more years, could have been a Hall of Famer. He's got really good, respectable numbers. Let's take a look. He had over 2,000 career hits with, let's see here, 2,195 career hits, 41.7 more. That's right there with Dave Parker. 288 career average, 189 stolen bases from the catching position is pretty impressive. He would have stolen more if he didn't completely just destroy his ankle. I remember I was watching that game live when he destroyed his ankle and just ripped it to shreds. I think it was maybe in 1999. He stepped on the base and it just cracked in half. It was brutal. But before that, he was stealing as a catcher 26, 22 stolen bases. But just a 3-time All-Star, no MVP votes ever. He played for terrible teams with the Pittsburgh Pirates in his prime. The Pirates never had a winning season while he was with them. And then, in his 30s, he went off to Oakland, Chicago, Milwaukee, and Kansas City. Still did okay, but those prime years of hitting 300 plus are behind him. But overall, very good player, 41.7 career WAR. If we look at someone like Ted Simmons played a lot longer than Jason Kendall did. Ted Simmons had him beat by like almost 2,000 at-bats. And Ted Simmons, I'd probably give the edge to Ted Simmons over Jason Kendall. 50 WAR for Ted Simmons, 41 for Kendall. Runs, though, Kendall's got to beat in runs. Has him crushed in stolen bases. And Teddy Ball Game's got him beat in OPS. But Kendall was a great player, not a Hall of Famer. And if he comes up on a Veterans Committee someday, I probably don't expect him to get in the Hall of Fame. But unfortunately for him, his best seasons in his prime were wasted with the Pirates, who are in the midst of their 20 consecutive years of losing. Like, they were just losing 95 games a season. It was terrible. Thanks, Corey. Next one up, number 113, is going live right now. Thomas says he has more WAR than Yachty. Really? Jason Kendall had a better WAR than Yachty or Molina? I got to look at that. Wow, it's very similar. Yachty Molina, 41.6. Jason Kendall, 41.7. Yachty Molina, 96 OPS plus. Jason Kendall, 95. I didn't realize they were that similar. Yachty Molina, OPS, 726. Jason Kendall, 744. Jason Kendall's got stats that beat Yachty or Molina across the board offensively. That's crazy. Now, the difference between the two, I think, Yachty Molina has 9 gold gloves and is a 2-time World Series champion. Jason Kendall has 0 gold gloves. So, man, that's the difference. I can't believe that I didn't realize that Jason Kendall was better than Yachty Molina. Like, you look at the stats, the final career batting line, Kendall's got him beat in a lot of categories. Wow, I didn't realize that. I always thought, like, Yachty Molina, boom. I was thinking first ballot Hall of Famer, but I don't know. I'm not so sure right now. I think he will get into the Hall of Fame, but I think it might take him years. Next one up. That was strike one, and that one will run it again. Yachty Molina, man, he really knew how to handle staff, though. Like, he was known for throwing guys out. Like, you didn't run on Yachty Molina. Like, he had a throwing arm that was like none other. Completely shut the running game down. Corey's got the next one, taking number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, here we go. Box number 7, and this case is now empty. I'll put the last box in there. There's only 10 boxes left. They're all on the screen. Let's get Corey's name on this next little note card here, and let's see what we got here. Corey says, make it good. I'm off to bed. The last one for Corey. Come on, we got to get you a good one to send you off. And we got you an Eric Davis. Not too shabby. Eric Davis, who was so good in the 80s. Used to love his batting stance. I used to say it all the time. I used to mimic him out in the backyard. And Eric Davis signed a good bit with Signature Series over the years. This is numbered to 58. It's a 1989 Topps Leaders card, which is pretty cool. They gave him this one. Great player. 282 career home runs. OPS plus 125. That means he was 25% better than an average player. Way better than Yadier Molina, who was like 95. And 282 career home runs, 269 average. If he would come up for the Hall of Fame, 36 career WAR. If he'd somehow get on a Veterans Committee, which I don't think he will, because I don't think Eric Davis ever had ever got 5% of the vote. I can double check on that. He got 0.6% of the vote in 2007. So Eric Davis will never be a Hall of Famer, unfortunately, because if you fell off the ballot right away, you're ineligible to go before one of those committees that get you on the Hall of Fame. But definitely had some great seasons there in the 80s, headlined by that big season when he had, 50 steals. Wow, he stole 80 bases one year? I didn't realize he stole 80 bases. Anyone know that Eric Davis stole 80 bases in 1986? That's impressive. 27 home runs, 80 stolen bases with a 901 OPS. What a year. But yeah, he was a speedster and a power threat there. And then the 90s came along, and then he just wasn't as good anymore. Slowed down a good bit. So Eric Davis, next one up, number 114. Thank you again, Corey. Number 114. Only 10 boxes left. Number 114 is live right now. Big dumper. Kyle Raleigh just hit his 26th dinger. My goodness. Strike one on that one. Here we go again. Man, he's starting to open up a lead on Ohtani and Judge. Man, oh man, 26 home runs. If he finishes this month, we're only a week into it. If he finishes this month with 35, let's say, that puts him on pace for 70. Wouldn't that be crazy? Here's the last chance. If we don't sell this one, we're going to end the stream. Because it'll be strike three, we're out. Last chance on a box of Signature Series. Got a Dawn of All Trades with a rate of 2. Thanks for coming in, guys. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm just ending the stream right here. So thank you very much for joining us, everybody, on this special Saturday show to make up for missing yesterday. If you'd like to check out some footage from the Pirate game that I went to, I put up a YouTube video today of some hockey pucks that I picked up, and I've got some game footage in there as well. So we'll send everybody on their way in a raid. We'll go and try to find someone doing something baseball related. I don't know. Let's see here. Anyone have any good baseball singles? It always gives me all these random people. I don't know. Here's somebody doing breaks. It says they only have 3 people. So we'll go check them out. Thank you for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all later. Good night, everybody.